by a score of 3-2. Those are the scores around baseball. It's a very light schedule today in Major League Baseball. Cubs are off today, by the way. We're ready to roll with the game. It's brought to you by Boucher Automotive Group. Start your journey with confidence. We ride with you every mile. Visit Boucher.com. Gorgeous day here today in Milwaukee. Going to be a great day to wrap up this series between the Brewers and the Mariners. A rubber match is on the way, and with the play-by-play, here's Jeff Levering.
Thank you so much, Lane, and a reminder that this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers. Final Kids and Seniors Day of the regular season. Hard to believe, kids going back to school by the time the Brewers get back home on a weekday day game. That's hard to believe. Yeah. Is Robert Gasser ready to work? Start number 15 for Gass. Faces Brendan Donovan of the Mariners. And the first pitch of the afternoon is on the way. It misses inside, in and out of the glove of Gary Sanchez. 1 ball and no strikes. Right on time at 1:10, 78 degrees. Time of our first pitch. Brought to you by Carbliss. 1-0 to Donovan is up and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Carbliss, premium cocktails in a can. Enjoy every pitch at American Family Field and find Carbliss right here inside the stadium. Carbliss, less is more. Ready to rock and roll on 2-0. The pitch to Donovan is a strike at the belt. 2 balls and a strike on Brendan Donovan. 2 for 3, walked twice in last night's game. Not been available much for Seattle. That one misses up and in again. 3 balls and a strike. This is just his 150th plate appearance of the year for Brendan Donovan. 3-1 is down and away, and Gasser walked him. That is something that he has not done much of recently. That's walk hitters. Gasser on the season with just 20 walks now. Started off and the command was iffy, but he has found it over his last dozen starts. Randy Arozarena digs in after the leadoff walk. Mariners jumped on the Brewers yesterday, led 7-0 after an inning and a half as Arozarena takes high for ball 1. Brewers ended up falling 7-5, had the tying run at the plate a number of times. Just could not get that big hit. Brewers went 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Joey Ortiz had both of those. 1-0, Arozarena took a strike with a cutter. Ball and a strike on Arozarena, 1 out of 8 in the series for the Mariners left fielder. Hitting .274, 17 home runs, 53 driven in. Gasser's pitch is rifled foul, and a nice play by the ball attendant down the third base side. 1 hop and a backhanded pickup. Good thing he got glove on it because that had ankle written all over it. And that one was not hit softly. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch from Gasser. Swing and a foul into the glove of Sanchez. Strikeout for Gasser. An ortho ASAP strikeout. Don't strike out. Get back to the active lifestyle that you want. Ortho ASAP. See a specialist today at orthowisconsin.com. Dominic Canzone is the hitter. First pitch. Hey, there's the pop of the glove. Strike 1. Canzone 3 out of 8. Couple of doubles in the series. 2-run double in the first inning against Dustin May last night. Sweeper, swing and a miss. Canzone out front. 0-2 on Canzone. Fans still trickling in. We've had up and over 35,000 each of the first 2 games of the series. Expecting that, if not more, today. 0-2 pitch. Same sweeper. This time Canzone left it alone. He's outside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Braves coming into town for 2 days. Both day games tomorrow and Saturday. 1-2 to Canzone. High fly, right field side, long run. Lara chasing it down and makes the catch in fair territory on the warning track. Fires it back in. Donovan back to first base. Luis Lara was playing in the gap in right center field and very gazelle-like ran that ball down with plenty of room to spare. Watching that kid run is fun, especially in the defensive end. It covers a lot of ground. 2 away for Julio Rodriguez. 0 for 8 in the series, had a sacrifice fly last night. Gasser at the belt and coming home, a swing and a miss. He came into this series with a 15-game on-base streak. Had been one of the hottest hitters in Major League Baseball in the month of August, but the Brewers have pitched him tough. 19 home runs, 53 driven in for Rodriguez. Pitch from Gasser. Just missed. Home plate umpire Quinn Walcott flinched behind the plate, almost as if he wanted to call it a strike, and then ended up saying ball. 1 ball, 1 strike on Rodriguez. It's the right call. 1-1, lined into left, a base hit for Rodriguez. Pulled the hands in on a fastball at 95 on the inner part of the plate. 2-out single. First hit of the game belongs to Rodriguez. First and second with 2 away for Josh Naylor. Naylor on a 9-game hitting streak, was 3 for 5 with a pair of RBIs last night. It was that 2-run single in the second inning that proved to be the difference in the game. Mariners had just 2 hits after the second inning last night. Naylor, a lefty-lefty matchup. Gasser's pitch is a ball high. 1-0. Brewers baseball brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste, only 96 calories. It's Miller time. 2 on with 2 away. Donovan the runner at second. Rodriguez the runner at first. And this one chopped to the right side. Couple of bounces for Bryce Terang. Gobbles it up, throws him out. Side retired. Mariners strand a pair. Brewers coming up. Terang, Churio, and Bowers. No score on the Brewers Radio Network. Presented by American Family Insurance.
Is back pain slowing you down? The OAW Spine Center offers specialized care with advanced
Yeah, mine was a tops now as well. I hit my first walk-off last year against the Mets.
Jacob Young, Nationals win. Now he's got his first walk-off big league hit.
Dad had bought a stack of them. And I was like, I think we can get these results. But he went ahead and bought a stack for himself.
Like business cards. There you go.
But it was awesome just to, have that moment and have everyone so excited to, have a picture of you is a fun moment.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
over 160 years. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Bottom of the first inning after Gasser put up a scoreless top half. Brewers looking to get to starter George Kirby in the opening inning. Terang, Churio, Bowers scheduled. Terang at 263, 16 home runs, 75 driven in. He is 0 for 6 in his return to the lineup. He has walked 3 times in the series. Facing the right-handed throwing George Kirby. Wind up, and the pitch on the way is strike one. Kirby about 95 to 97 with his fastball. He throws little bit of everything. Brewers got to him out in Seattle last year. Wind up in 0-1. It's low. Went sweeper. 1 ball, 1 strike on Turang. Give you the Mariners defensive alignment in just a moment as Kirby has a sign from the catcher Johnny Pareda today. 1-1. Lined and off the end of the glove at third base. Donovan. It's a base hit for Bryce Turang, his first hit since coming back into that lineup after missing the weekend series against the Dodgers. Donovan was playing in on the grass at third, a leaping attempt right off the edge of his mitt. Bryce Turang, a leadoff single, brings Jackson Chourio up. 279 for Chourio, 17 home runs and 50 driven in. 3 hits last night, all singles. Turang leads from first. Kirby sets and deals, and it's popped up right side and in the seats foul just behind the Brewers dugout. 0-1 the count. Quick trip around the bases is presented by Old Wisconsin.
That's a good record.
I don't know. 0-1 is hit foul again, almost the same spot, nothing in 2. Today's contestant in the quick trip around the bases contest is Karen Soderberg from Columbus. Brewers score in the first inning. Karen would win a $100 Quick Trip gift card, compliments of Quick Trip, and the 0-2 pitch to Chourio is off the plate away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Compliments of Quick Trip and Old Wisconsin. I don't know, Jim. Too soon? 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jackson Chourio. Fly ball to center. Back is Rodriguez. Just short of the warning track, makes the catch. Tagging is Turang. Going to be a play at second base. And Turang slides in. Good heads-up base running by Bryce Turang. Gets into scoring position on a long fly out to center by Jackson Chourio. Rodriguez, a great arm. Slightly offline. Turang smartly going back to the first base bag and taking the extra base. Jake Bauers is the hitter. Snapped his 20-game on-base streak. Went 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts last night. First pitch to him, way outside. Knuckle curveball from George Kirby. Brewers trying to strike first like they did in Game 1 in their 22-0 victory over the Mariners. That was a 1-0 game going into the 5th, though. Brewers broke it open. 1-0 on Bauers. Kirby looks at second base, lifts the leg, and comes home. Better curveball, but it still missed. 2 balls and no strikes. The count. Bauers waiting. Kirby dealing. Another breaking ball. That missed outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Nothing but off-speed stuff so far to Jake Bauers. Just 1 career start for Kirby against the Brewers. Again, that was last year. 6 innings, 4 runs allowed. Bauers is 0 for 7 lifetime against Kirby. Sanchez on deck. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. See if he's got a green light. He did not and took a strike. It was a sweeper from Kirby. Throws that pitch more than anything else in his arsenal. Fastball, 4-seamer, a sinker. Half the time. 3-1, good hitters count. Pitch to Bauers. Outside, ball 4. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin walk. Ortho ASAP, walk right in. There is a difference. When pain can't wait, walk right into Ortho ASAP. Same-day access to specialists. Start healing faster at orthowisconsin.com. Gary Sanchez with his first at-bat of the series. Not his first appearance of the series, because he closed out the game on Tuesday through a scoreless 9th inning. First AB against George Kirby today. 2 2 on, 1 away. The pitch is a strike in the inside corner. Fastball at 97. Sanchez is 2 for 2 against George Kirby, including a home run and 3 RBIs. In there today to get William Contreras a day off. Also keep Sanchez bat hot. That one looped down the right field line, foul. 0-2. Sanchez had a couple of good games out in San Diego. In the Dodger portion of that last road trip, was 1 for 12. Started at first base a couple of times. Nothing into the count on Gary Sanchez. Turang and Bowers are the base runners. And the pitch from Kirby. Line down the left field line. That is a fair ball headed towards the corner. Turang scores. Bowers around third. He will score, and the Kraken delivers a 2-run double in the first. A split finger fastball down and in. Gary Sanchez kept his hands inside. Delivers a $75 double. $75 for the Mac Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the Silver Lining. He's also our cleanup hitter. He was cleaning up the RBIs right there. Brought to you by Loyal Family Renovations. Cleaning up any home damage with Loyal Family. Located in Muskego, serving southeastern Wisconsin and across the state. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations for a free inspection today. Yelich at the plate. Takes a big swing and comes up empty on a cut fastball. 0-1 on Christian Yelich. Yelich's having a good series. 3 for 7, a homer. Drove in 4 RBIs, came in the opener on Tuesday. The 0-1 is a ball up and out. Fastball 97 miles an hour from Kirby. So the Brewers strike first. We're talking about home road splits for Kirby, an ERA of over 4.5 away from T-Mobile Park in Seattle. 1-1 pitch to Yelich. Broken bat flare, shallow center, base hit. Sanchez will be sent around third and now be held at the last moment as Rodriguez got to it. Sanchez paused ever so slightly as that ball was in flight. Wanted to make sure it would not be caught by anybody. And that slight hesitation may have cost Yelich an RBI. Certainly don't want to make it out at home when you could have a really big inning. As Joey Ortiz, one of the hottest hitters in the league, comes to the plate. 4 of the first 5 have reached for the Brewers. Ortiz, 2 for 3, a home run, and drove in 4 runs last night. Hits with runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right side, base hit, he delivers. Scoring Sanchez. Throw goes to third. Yelich is safe there. It's a 3-run first inning so far, and the Brewers ain't done yet. Perfect swing from Ortiz, taking the big hole on the right side and taking advantage of it. Runners still on the corners for Garrett Mitchell.
Almost the exact same swing as the one he had in the 8th inning of last night's game when he drove in a run. The manager loves backside ground balls, and Joey Ortiz making a living off them in his last couple of at-bats.
5 RBIs in his last 2 days for Joey Ortiz. We've already got a winner in our quick trip around the bases contest. Karen Soderberg from Columbus. Brewers have 3 so far. Still only 1 out. The 7th man to hit in the inning is Garrett Mitchell. Been dealing with a sore foot. Had a 4-hit game in the opener on Tuesday. Sat out yesterday. And the pitch to Mitchell. Fly ball foul left side. Count is 0-1 on Garrett. 4-hit game Tuesday. He had 8 hits in his previous 74 at-bats. Double play depth up the middle for Seattle. And a toss over to first, and back with a dive is Joey Ortiz. Defensive alignment for the Mariners. Arozarena, Rodriguez, and Canzone in the outfield, left to right. Donovan, Rodden, Young, and Naylor, third to first on the infield. And Pareda does the catching for George Kirby. strike and nothing on Garrett Mitchell. Ortiz a decent lead at first base. Kirby delivers and missed outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Jeff, you talked about Kirby's home road splits, and especially of late. In his last 2 road starts, 5 runs against Houston, 7 runs against Texas.
12 of the runs that he's allowed in his last 6 games. Runner goes. It's a strike, no throw from Pareda, and Ortiz swipes the bag. Each and every stolen base brought to you by Delta Dental, your fellow fanatics, your personal cheerleaders, and your #1 fans. For all the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Infield comes up for Seattle, a 1 ball, 2 strike count on Garrett Mitchell. Pitch from Kirby. Curveball off the outside corner, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So those last 6 starts, as Lane was talking about, since July 1st, 12 of those have come in the span of 2 road starts. 15 earned runs total in his last 6, 12 in 2 of them. It's big numbers. Big number in this first inning. Looking for more. 2-2 pitch. Down low and in the dirt. Threw him a changeup. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. David Hamilton is on deck. Putting up some big numbers early in ball games the last 2 nights. There was a 4-run first inning for Seattle last night. A 3-run first so far for the Brewers this afternoon. Yelich, Ortiz the runners. And the 3-2 pitch to Garrett Mitchell. Ground ball over the head of Naylor into right, a base hit. Yelich scores. Ortiz will score. Mitchell into second with a Milwaukee chop 2-run double. Hit them where they ain't. And with the infield in, nothing that Josh Naylor could do over at first base. Brewers have put up a 5 spot in the inning. The kings of the big inning, the Brewers, especially without the benefit of a home run. David Hamilton, who homered on Tuesday's game, sends the first one foul right near the on-deck area where Luis Lara is standing by.
It's their 4th inning in this series of 5 or more runs.
Well, they did it in back-to-back innings in the 5th and 6th, and then they put up the 9 spot in the 8th. That was fun. I was there for it.
In 37 of the 39 runs in this series, you've called.
Thank you for updating the tab. 0-1 the count. David Hamilton waiting on an 0-1. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Hamilton darts a look back at Quinn Walcott, probably thinking, can you guys quit it with these big innings? Brewers are thinking to themselves, no. We're good. Runner at second is Mitchell. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit foul. Luis Lars on deck. Another $75 for the Mag Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the Silver Lining. A double by Garrett Mitchell. 2 doubles in the inning, Sanchez and Mitchell. Hamilton 3 hits, including that 3-run home run in Tuesday's game. 0-2 coming back is low, threw him a breaking ball. And the next pitch that Kirby throws will be number 30. I'll tell you, the Brewers can beef up a pitch count for a starter as well as anybody in the game. That's what they're doing in the first inning against Kirby, a 5 spot. Still only 1 out. The 1-2 pitch to Hamilton is off the plate away with a curveball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, and coming back on Hamilton. Swing and a foul. Stays at 2-2. Kirby again. Kicks and deals. Sprayed foul again. Strong AB with David Hamilton against George Kirby. This will be pitch number 8 in the sequence. The Brewers scoring 5 runs in this first inning. It's the most runs they've scored in the first inning all season. 2-2. Runner takes off. A swing and a foul by Hamilton. Mitchell had that bag stolen. But with 2 strikes, Hamilton needing to protect. It's a 33-pitch first inning for George Kirby. And some stirring in the Mariners bullpen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch number 9 on the way to Hamilton. Lined into right, a base hit. That will score Mitchell. Hamilton around first, digging for 2. Here's the throw. It's late. It gets away from the shortstop, Rodden. Not far enough for Hamilton to advance. It's back-to-back RBI doubles. The Brewers lead 6-0 in the first inning. $75 more for the Mac Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the Silver Lining. Capped a 9-pitch at-bat, and now the pitching coach is coming out to have a word with George Kirby to give Michael Rucker an opportunity to get loose for Seattle. Every trip to the mound brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook, wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, over 95 kiosks. It's a fan's dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. Well, 6-0, and the Brewers picking up where they left off for the latter stages of yesterday's game. Remember, the Mariners scored 7 runs to start the game, the first inning and a half, and then the Brewers scored the game's final 5 runs. So including today, carry the 1. That's 11 unanswered runs. And 33 total runs in the series scored by the Brewers. Luis Lara in the number 9 spot. 1 out, runner at second base, meeting over with Kirby. Hamilton dancing off of second base. The pitch to Lara. Lined into center field, right at Rodriguez. Takes a couple steps back, makes the catch. Hamilton back to tag. He'll head to third and make it with a head-first dive. Just wanted to get his uniform dirty. So the 2 outs in the inning have been screamers to center field by Churio and Lara, and both productive at-bats. As Bryce Turang, who led off this first inning with a base hit, hits for a second time against Kirby. Singleton scored on the 2-run double by Gary Sanchez. Kirby's 36th pitch of the inning is a curveball for a strike. Cubs are off today, and the Brewers out to a 6-0 lead. Now, the Cubs are making their way out to Seattle. They may be there already, waiting for the Mariners to arrive after their game today. The 0-1 is down and into the breaking ball. You don't want the Mariners to get hot today. You want them to get hot on the flight so that they can take on the Cubs and be ready to go. Brewers will entertain the Braves starting tomorrow. 2 games, and then play in Williamsport, Pennsylvania Sunday. Turang takes low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tomorrow's matchup will be must listen, must watch. Jacob Mizorowski against Chris Sale. A couple of Cy Young candidates for a 3:10 start time on a Friday. 2-1 pitch to Bryce Turang. Kirby deals. Lined on 1 hop. It's scooped up by Cole Young at second base. He flips it over to first, and the side is retired. Brewers do damage. 6 runs on 6 hits. They send 10 men to the plate, and Robert Gasser. Let's get back to work. We go to the second inning. 6-0 Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
On the baseball field, the skilled players get...
So an intentional pass to load up the bases in front of Caleb Durbin. Swing a high fly ball left field deep. McAdoo back at the wall. It is gone. A grand slam. The Durbinator strikes and busts it open in Toronto. How do you like that? Number 12 for Durbin. A grand slam.
Durbin gets a hanger, and he absolutely launches this ball. All of a sudden now he's sitting at 59 RBIs for Caleb Durbin.
And there it is.
8 spectacular innings from the big Texan, Braxton Ashcraft. Standing ovation.
It's another 30 home run season for Shohei. An absolute blast into the Dodger bullpen in deep right center field.
A rally in the ninth, and Witt drops a single in front of the left fielder, and the winning run comes home. 4-3, Royals win it.
Ties a major league record for largest margin of victory in a shutout in the modern era.
As the Brewers rout the Mariners by a final of 22-0, they tie a franchise record with 22 runs.
Fernando went up over the right field wall and took a grand slam away. Of all the robberies he's ever made, this one is the best.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
It was 0-0. Now he's got a 6-run advantage. Taylor Ward looks at a ball low, the cutter. Ward, Young, and Pareda, 6, 7, and 8 in the Mariners order. Gasser allowed a walk and a hit in his opening inning. Ward looks at a strike. It's 1-1. Broadcaster and statistician Josh Mauer letting us know that the Brewers have now scored in the first inning in 6 of their last 7 home games. Get it going early, that offense. Now you just try and add on. A strike on Taylor Ward, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Josh always has those great stats. Here's the 1-2. It's high for a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gasser ready to work on 2-2 on Taylor Ward. Coming back. It's down and in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ward uses his timeout before seeing a 3-2 pitch from Robert Gasser. Say it's imperative for Gasser to throw up that shutdown inning. 3-2 on the way. Half swing foul right into the Mariners dugout, third base side. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Also rather imperative for Robert Gasser to give the Brewers some innings today on the mound. After Dustin May, which is 2. 3-2 pitch. Up and away. Walks him. So a leadoff walk for a second consecutive inning for Robert Gasser. Cole Young hits 0 for 8 in the series. Brewers picked him up, though, with Grant Anderson for an inning. DL Hall for 3 scoreless. Bryce Wilson with 2 scoreless innings. Antonio Senzatella with a scoreless inning. Cole Young waiting. First pitch is a strike from Gasser. Speaking of Bryce Wilson, I was in the clubhouse before the game today, and Bryce was playing cards with Chad Patrick. I was learning a new card game. Oh, really? Yeah. They're trying to teach me another one, but I was watching them play a game called Montana. There's a strike. And it's 0-2. The one game that I watched, they had named after the state or the quarterback. Well, I would say the quarterback, but more than likely the state. Okay. Oh, that's a great story that just jogged my memory with our old buddy Uke and Joe Montana. Oh yeah, story for another time. The 0-2, a check swing by Young. Did he go? He did not. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So playing this game, Montana take turns drawing cards from a deck, and you try and make your best poker hands. I believe there was 6 different hands that you have. You just keep going, making different hands. It's fun game. Chad Patrick won. Here's the pitch, fouled away, and he wanted to make sure that I said Chad Patrick bested Bryce Wilson in the game of Montana today. Okay. I don't know what happened in the games prior. Maybe Bryce took the series, but in that game, Chad Patrick got him. Good for Chad. Fun game. 1-2 pitch. It just missed. Sanchez considered challenging, didn't do it.
You get like a great hand, you call it the Yellowstone, or like, do you do anything? Is there some?
See, when Chad won, I said, well, you really took Bryce to Helena today. And they both laughed. I think it was just a courtesy laugh. 2-2. Young again sprays it foul left side.
You blow a lead in it. That was a great falls.
That was a great falls, yes. The Voyagers. Great Falls Voyagers. Old minor league team. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Delivery, hit foul again. Went to the sweeper, and Young staying alive against Robert Gasser.
Remember when Joe Montana was making his comeback after he had the elbow surgery, and a town in Montana changed their name to Joe?
I do remember that.
I don't think they're Joe anymore. I think it was a brief time that they changed their name.
City ordinance. 2-2 pitch. Young lifts it to right. Lara in a few steps. And makes the catch, and that 8-pitch at-bat goes the way of Robert Gasser, out number 1 in the second inning. Johnny Pareda took over the catching duties for Cal Raleigh in game 1. Pareda had a base hit that came off of Gary Sanchez in the 9th inning. Pareda hitting .268, couple of home runs and 4 driven in. And players in the clubhouse before games, they're always trying to do something to stay entertained. Do some bonding. Pitch is a strike. I do enjoy the comeback of card playing, which is great in the clubhouse. 0-1 the count. Pitch to Pareda, hit fouled on the right field line.
What we had chess going pretty big through the clubhouse a couple years ago, right? Was that last year or 2 years ago, maybe?
It was very popular. Guys would travel their own chessboards. Cribbage was big for a while. Wade Miley brought cribbage back. Rowdy Tellez, too. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Pareda's gone on strikes. Ortho ASAP strikeout for Robert Gasser. It's his second. Rowdy Tellez, the self-proclaimed best cribbage player in the world. Yeah. Guess what? I beat him. Played him one time, and I beat him by 1. It counts. That was at Yankee Stadium. May have been a top 10 day of my life. Not really. It's a good day, though. Pitch is fouled away with as much trash as Rowdy used to talk, and still talks, just not within the Brewers clubhouse. That was fun to beat him.
That was the series with Garrett Cole versus Corbin Burns. Remember the no-hitter going into the 11th, I believe?
Yeah. That was the Joey Weimer and Sal Frelick collision in right field that broke the video board. And the rain delay that started that day. Long rain delay.
All right.
It was pouring.
Kind of forget about that part.
Long day at the ballpark. Brock Rodden is the hitter, and is swing and a miss at a changeup off the plate. We've been talking about this kid's name all series. It is a top 5 baseball name for me right now. It just sounds like a strong name, Brock Rodden. And then we learned in game 1 that he tackled a wild bull.
Yeah.
When he was a youngster. Here's the 1-2. Down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It was a bull that got loose and saved his grandfather's life by tackling this bull to the ground. I know random Kevin would do that, but a Brock Rodden? Yeah. 1-2. Ground ball through the left side and a base hit. Playing in just his 6th Major League Baseball game, he's got a 6-game hitting streak. So Rodden with a 2-out single, and this inning looks exactly like the first inning for Robert Gasser. It went walk, strikeout, fly out to right, base hit to left in the first inning. This inning has gone walk, fly out to right, strikeout, base hit to left.
It's hard to not like that kid's game. He's got a little juice to him.
He's a shocker. Wichita State. Brendan Donovan is the hitter. Left-handed batter. The pitch from Gasser is fouled back to our left. It's 0-1. Donovan drew a walk in the first inning. Hey, by the way, a clean ride is always a win. Stop by Tsunami Express Car Wash before or after the tailgate to keep your car fresh. The 0-1. Lined and over the glove of Terang into right center, a base hit. Lara can't cut it off. It's going to go all the way to the wall. 2 runs will score as Brendan Donovan drives in a couple of runs with a double, so that shutdown inning not possible for Robert Gasser. Ball getting under the glove of Lara in right center, allowing Rodden to score from first base. So after the 6th spot in the first inning, Mariners come back with a 2 spot of their own. Donovan stands at second after his 2-run double. And out to the mound goes Chris Hook. Another long inning. Saw 35-plus pitches from George Kirby in the bottom half of the first inning. If you want to be into exact numbers, 39 pitches. And right now, Gasser is at 42 pitches total through 18 in the first. We're telling you about Tsunami Express Car Wash. It's the official car wash of the Milwaukee Brewers. Chris Hook out for a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound, trying to break up this run here for Gasser. Randy Arozarena, strikeout victim back in the first inning. A couple of Ks for Gasser. Just looking to find that 3rd out in the second inning. And Rodriguez looks at ball 1 with a changeup. Trying to keep that momentum in the first base dugout with the Brewers after they sent 10 to the plate against George Kirby. 6-2 is our score. And the pitch from Gasser is a strike. And if you're scoring at home, how many runs is that in the series now, Lane, total?
That would be 41.
We're at 41 runs?
I think that's right.
And I've had 39 of the 42 runs. I lost count. I think that clipped Arozarena in the elbow pad. He didn't do much to get out of the way, and he will be awarded first base. Math is not our friend sometimes.
42. 40 of which the guy to my left.
Yeah, I got 42. Yeah, I've got 40 of the 42 runs that have scored. Was the throat lozenge kicking in and my positive energy tea that I'm working on. One of our keys to the game yesterday was getting you more work in this series, and that didn't work out, Lane.
Sometimes you have to scrap the game plan.
Yeah, you're right. Canzone pops it up, foul territory, third base side. Hamilton hustling over right in front of the Mariners dugout, makes the catch and ends this odyssey of the second inning. Just 2 runs come across against Gasser. Brewers lead it, and they're coming up. Bottom of the second inning. 6-2 the score on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
What's on Tap, brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Rooting for the
There goes Mosby. Picked a good pitch to go on. Terrible throw. Mosby doesn't know where the throw is. He's going back to first base. Is he going to steal first? He steals
Look
first.
at him.
Now he's going to steal second again. I've never seen it before.
Where's Evan Costello when you need him?
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. Be cool? Sound like a plan. I think we did good. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Chef.
With these designs, I wanted to bring out the Old English letter font, but add a twist to it. This is one I've developed over the years and used on a lot of tattoos. You could tell a sign painter or a lettering person by their numbers. That reveals a lot about them. It's It's an honor to design for the Dodgers. It's almost gone beyond sports, even into fashion. People wear LA caps all over the world.
And that last half inning featured 28 from Robert Gasser. Jackson Chourio, his second at-bat against Kirby, is a strike. Fly to deep center his first time up against Kirby. Brewers scored 6 times in that first inning. Looking to get those 2 runs back that the Mariners scored. Fouled away by Chourio. 0-2. Chourio in the series, 4 out of 10. Pitch high with a fastball. 1-2 on Jackson Chourio. Kirby from the windup hasn't pitched from the windup very much in this game. Just the second hitter he's faced from the windup, and now time called. Pareda, it seems, has some issues with his PitchCom device. If he does, he's at least going to burn a timeout here or a mound visit to go confer with George Kirby. They have 2 left for the rest of the game. We're in the second inning. We haven't seen it very much of teams running out of mound visits. But it is worth noting.
Yeah, it's rarely on the front of your mind anymore. It was that first year.
1-2 is high. I should correct myself. They have 1 left.
Yeah.
So 1 more freebie mound visit. 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. I saw 2 up there, and I thought that they had already taken out the mound visit, but nope.
Think about what think about what that used to be like before there was a limit on that. How often the catcher would go out.
Oh yeah,
every other batter sometimes, right?
It was a lot of mound visits. 2-2, chopper foul. I mean, mound visits, hitters calling timeouts all the time. Now you only get 1 timeout. Step out of the batter's box.
They have made some great changes, and I think all along the way there were some of us that were skeptical. A little bit like, we'll see how this goes. They've been right.
2-2 down and away, 3 balls, 2 strikes. When the statistics came out the first year after the pitch timer was implemented and the amount of step-offs and the timeouts hitters could take in the time of game, that was all the proof you needed. This one's fouled away, 3 balls, 2 strikes. It went from an average from, I want to say, 3 hours and 9 minutes per game in Major League Baseball to 2 hours and 40 minutes that first year. It saved 5 days off of people's lives. 3-2 is a ball and a challenge from Pareda behind the plate.
Pitcher's called a ball. Catcher's challenging.
Challenge is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and we will see. Incorrect, sir.
Call confirmed. Pitcher's a ball. Seattle has 1 challenge.
It is ball 4. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin walk. It's the second walk for George Kirby. Nice. Jake Bauers hits. Yeah, the initial statistics, it honestly, it was the equivalent of 5 full days that people got back in their lives of time elapsed from games. It's amazing. Pitch on the way to Bauers is a strike on the inside corner.
And I think the point was, it's not that the time of game makes that big of a difference, but it's the flow of the game. And because you were trimming the fat out of the game and making everything packed in, there was just a more aesthetically pleasing product for the fans when they came to the games. You're just seeing more action. You're seeing more things happen. And they're happening quicker.
Can't say lose weight, but tighten.
Yeah.
Tighten the game. I get it. If you get that reference, I'm going to applaud you. This one is down and in, a check swing, and he went, says the third base umpire. Jake Bauers raises his hand, and Dexter Kelly says, "What are you talking about?" Bowers will use his timeout, arguing with the home plate umpire. He didn't make the call. Dexter Kelly did down the third base line. Let's see it from the side angle. Dexter Kelly's got a flight to catch. Long first inning and a half. 0-2 the count on Bowers. Kirby throws home. It's low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, you're right, Lane. Just the flow of the game, it's better. I think fans are more engaged in the games. Of course, everybody's going to have their phones out and doing things of that nature, but at the same time, I feel like the fan interaction is a lot better in the last 3 years because of the pace. Toss to first again, and back is Churio with a dive. I think kids appreciate it more. I mean, imagine being a young kid sitting in a ball game, and it's a 3-hour and 40-minute game for a 2-1 contest. Got rid of a lot of the ancillary stuff. 1-2 pitch. Kirby deals home. Lined into right, a base hit for Bowers. Churio puts on the brakes at second. Brewers with their 7th hit. First 2 men have reached for Milwaukee in this second inning. They are squaring up some pitches from George Kirby. Gary Sanchez, a 2-run double back in the opening inning, is at the plate. And before he hits, 10 seconds for station identification on the Brewers Radio Network. Six to 2 Brewers in the bottom of the second inning. Pitch from Kirby. Sanchez pops it up foul and out of play. 0-1 the count. With Lane Grindle and Kent Sommerfeld, Jeff Levering along for the ride. Appreciate you tuning in wherever you may be listening. Perfect Thursday. Maybe playing hooky from work. Doing some stuff out in the garden. Cutting the grass. I don't know. Maybe some rain coming in over the weekend. Here's the 0-1. Hit foul again. Over the first base dugout this time. Nothing in 2. Or maybe just driving in the car. Always a good reason to tune into Brewers baseball. Maybe just cruising. Yeah, just cruising. Did you cruise in high school? Just drive? Yeah. Like, no, my diesel engine was not great for cruising. Oh, you had a diesel engine? I did. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, buddy. That was life on the farm. Old Betsy. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled back by Sanchez. He had a big cut there. Nothing in 2. Yeah, a little fun fact. My car, which I inherited from my grandmother, ran on a vacuum system with the engine. And I could turn the key on my car and pull the key out, and the engine would still run. Oh, nice. So I either had to open the hood of my car and turn it off manually, or I could lock the doors, and the and the engine would shut down. The 0-2 is a called third strike on the inside corner. Gary Sanchez upright and will not challenge. It's a good pitch from George Kirby on the front door curveball. That's his first strikeout. Sanchez just could not pull the trigger. Kirby, not the intended location, but got it done. Yeah, it was a fun party trick. Car's still running, dude. Don't worry. It'll turn off eventually. Yelich at the plate, singled his first time and takes a strike over the outside corner. It's 0-1.
I had a buddy that had an old Cadillac, and he could make it backfire on demand.
Oh, that's fun.
That was kind of a fun party trick, too.
Don't put anything in the tailpipe.
No.
It's injury waiting to happen. The 0-1. Yelich, a big swing and a miss and a cutter. Nothing in 2. Also reminds me of our old buddy Uke.
Yes,
with Johnny Logan. Come check out my car, guys. That's a perfect segue. Here comes the 0-2. It's up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Usinger's has been Milwaukee's family-owned sausage shop since 1880. With the same great taste your grandfather did, because our recipes never change. When something works, you stick with it. Still made the old world way. That's the right way. Usinger's, America's finest sausage. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Yelich. Here comes. Chop foul. Stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. I guess one Christmas party, Johnny Logan had got a new car, and he was so fired up to show everybody and go out in the front, one of these Christmas parties, and fire up the car and show everybody how the engine revs. And Uke had put a Usinger's summer sausage in the tailpipe. 1-2, low into the dirt. And as Johnny Logan was trying to turn the car over, well, with the tailpipe lodged, nowhere for the exhaust to go. Yep, the car would not turn on, and then eventually it did, and the summer sausage went through the fence and also exploded. Here's the 2-2. Foul back. Again, that's a secondhand story. There were some people that were there for said event. Uke told that story to us many a time. Yep. If Dan Larea is down in the clubhouse listening, I believe he was there. Tony Miliaccio was there for sure. He may be the one who put the summer sausage in the tailpipe.
Like 99% sure he would have been the guy to carry out the chore. Hey, Tony. He was the right-hand man.
Yeah, he was.
Riding shotgun for all of it.
2-2. Kirby deals. Liner, 1 bounce to short. Rodden's got it, steps on the bag, throws to first. Safe at first is the call. Rodden had to get away from Bowers, who was running to second base, almost shielding Rodden from making a throw. Dan Wilson will challenge the play over at first base. Ball was smashed by Yelich, 106 off the bat, but it was right at Rodden behind the second base bag. This challenge and replay review brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors
the safe call at first base
of Wisconsin. Pella doesn't play games, just straightforward pricing, premium quality, trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today. So George Kirby hoping for a double play ball, and I believe he's going to get it. Looking at the replay review up on the video board. Looks like the entire baseball is in the back of the
the ball on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Seattle will retain their challenge.
Adrian Johnson relaying the call. I don't even think the folks in New York had a chance to queue up the video. Called it from the video board downstairs. So a double play ends the inning. We go to the third. Brewers 6, Mariners 2 on the Brewers Radio Network.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
See Murakami do with his 3-0. High in the air to right field. McKinstry looking up, back it goes. Show me the Mooney! Murakami with the greenest of green lights on a 3-0 count. And the White Sox retake the lead here in Detroit.
That one almost disappeared. McKinstry just looked up in the air and realized there was nothing he could do about it. It's a fastball. It's right down the middle.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do like a, brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
Lane, I think there's some runs available for you, hopefully in the bottom half of the third inning. But 6-2 Brewers, take it away.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Julio Rodriguez leads things off for the Mariners and swings on the first pitch. And it was headed right back to us until the net caught it. Jeff was ready.
Was ready to jump in front of you.
No balls at 1 strike on Rodriguez, and I was going to appreciate that. I'm not even retired. I was never in the game. Never active. The 0-1 to Rodriguez is a little high. 1 ball and 1 strike. To retire from something, you would have had to attempted to do something. And I certainly am not one of those. 1 ball, 1 strike count. The pitch to Rodriguez hit off the end of the bat, foul over by the Brewers dugout. And it's 1-2. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going cross town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill-up along the way, like 3 cents off every gallon every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Gasser gave up those 2 runs in the top of the second inning. The 1-2 pitch to Rodriguez misses low with a cutter. And it's even out, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rodriguez, Naylor, and Ward, the trio to hit here in this 3rd inning against Gasser. Pitch and a fly ball to left. Churio coming in and to his right, nearing the line, reaches up and makes the catch, and there's 1 away here in the Mariners' half of the 3rd inning. Leadoff man retired for the first time this afternoon by Gasser, and there's 1 away for Josh Naylor. Naylor's had a good series. He's 0 for 1 today. Comes into the game with a 9-game hitting streak. 4 hits in this series. He had been 4 for 9 with a pair of RBIs coming into this afternoon. First pitch from Gasser is a little low with a sinker, and it's 1-0. Naylor, of course, a part of a trade last year before the deadline that the Mariners made. The Arizona Diamondbacks. Before that, Naylor was a member of the Guardians organization. The 1-0 pitch, that missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes. There was a brief time there where Cleveland had Josh Naylor at first and Bo Naylor, who's now in AAA with the Brewers, as the catcher for Cleveland. 2-0 pitch. And Naylor committed on that cutter down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike to count now. One out, nobody on here in the top of the 3rd. Gasser's thrown some pitches so far this afternoon. 2-1 is a ground ball right side. Ranging to his left is Terang. In the outfield grass, he spins and throws to first and takes care of Naylor. He made that look so easy. Ball was not scorched over 100, but it was hit hard. 97 miles an hour, and Terang with that great first step got to that ball with so much ease. And then just totally under control, had plenty of time to make the throw. And there's 2 outs now for Taylor Ward. Gasser's first offering to the right-handed hitting Ward. Missed outside of the breaking ball. And it's 1-0. If you're heading to a Brewers game, Potawatomi Sportsbook will get you there. Make any purchase or same-day bet for a shuttle wristband. Space is limited. Visit Potawatomi.com for details. 1-0 pitch. That missed down and in. 2 balls and no strikes here on Ward. Six to 2 Milwaukee. Gasser trying to have a 1-2-3 3rd inning here. 2-0. That missed down and in. Goes to 3 balls and no strikes. He walked the leadoff man in each of the first 2 innings. Worked around that trouble in the first inning, but could not work around it in the second inning. Ended up giving up the 2-run double to Brendan Donovan. The pitch is right through there for a strike, and it's 3-1. Ward walked and scored. He was that leadoff walk in the second. Came over from Baltimore. Pitch is popped up foul and out of play. First base side, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That's where he began this season. Had that great year last year with the Angels. Baltimore feeling like they could kind of restock a little bit after a disappointing season last year. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled at the plate. Stays at 3-2. Baltimore still finds themselves right in the thick of the wild card conversation. in the American League. Doesn't take much to be in the wild card conversation in the American League these days. Somebody below 500 very well could find their way into that third spot. 3-2 pitch. And a called third strike. A cutter caught the inside corner on Ward, and after falling behind 3-0 to Ward, Gasser comes back and gets the strikeout and works a 1-2-3, top of the third. Third strikeout for Robert here this afternoon. We go to the bottom of...
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second, and now this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it like give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
No fleet is too big for Boucher. Put us to the test. Visit BoucherFordTruckCenter.com today.
Tri-City National Bank is proud to support your hometown team, and our bankers can help you achieve your financial dream. Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
We go to the bottom of the third inning here at American Family Field. It's a 6-2 Brewers lead, and Joey Ortiz to lead things off against George Kirby, who lands a curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. It's been a great series for Joey Ortiz. He's 5 for 7. He's driven in 5 runs in this series. Kirby out of the windup, and the 0-1 is a liner into center. Coming in is Rodriguez. He's there to make the catch. Chest high on a ball that was hit 98 miles an hour. More hard contact from Joey Ortiz, but nothing to show for it that time. There's one away for Garrett Mitchell. Well, that 1-2-3 flawless inning from Gasser brought to you by Carvel's Premium Cocktails in a Can. A proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Stock up for your next tailgate and grab a pack of Carvel's at your local retailer or find cans right here at American Family Field. Carvel's, bliss is more. Mitchell, who had the 2-run double back in the first, and has had himself a very good series. 5 for 7 in the series for Garrett. And now we've got a pitch clock violation. So a violation on George Kirby, and it's 1 ball and no strikes on Garrett Mitchell. Here's the 1-0, and Garrett a swing and a miss and a cutter. It's 1-1. Brewers had a lot of traffic in that second inning after having the 6-run first inning. Yelich hit into the double play ball, though. Here's a ground ball back up through the middle and into right center field. It's a base hit for Mitchell, who turns first. He's going to try to hustle into second. Here comes the throw. It's a feet first slide, and Mitchell in there with a double. Boy, he was hustling out of the box, and then once he saw where that ball was going to end up, just turned on the jets, turned first, and that's a hustle double all the way for Garrett Mitchell. He's got 2 doubles today. $75 to the MAC Fund, courtesy of Westspin, the silver lining. Ball was smoked 112, but on the ground. And into right center. Here's David Hamilton. First offering to Hamilton, bunts up the third baseline, and it's going to roll foul. That stays fair. That's a base hit more than likely for Hamilton, but just rolls foul. And Donovan picks it up and throws it out of play.
Garrett Mitchell with 6 hits in the series.
Incredible stuff. And we have seen him, I know we've talked about this, Jeff, the last, I would say, 2 or 3 weeks, really use the speed tool to his advantage. It's such an elite weapon that he has, his legs. The 0-1 to Hamilton is a strike on the outside edge, and it's 0-2 on David. We've seen him beat out some routine ground balls on the infield and turn them into hits. That is a ball that a lot of guys don't try to get to second on. But he was thinking to and keeping an eye on it, and then made the decision about 5 steps short of the first base bag that he was going to try to burn around first and hustle into second. He was able to do so as Kirby wheels back towards second without a throw.
Such an advantage when the play is in front of you, and all you have to do is make the proper read and never let up. If you hesitate, you're out.
Yeah, he had his eyes on it the entire way. You're right. 0-2 pitch. That one missed. And it's going to be challenged.
Catcher challenge.
So Pareto will challenge it. It's a curveball, and he's going to win this one. It catches the outside corner, it looks like. And it does.
Calls overturned. Pitch and strike. Seattle has 1 challenge remaining.
Challenge is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. So Hamilton strikes out looking. It's just the second strikeout for Kirby. And it's going to be up to Luis Lara as he hits with 2 outs and a runner at second here in this 3rd inning. I think some of that speed that's showing up, one is just Garrett finally, we talk about this all the time, the pitch to Lara is a strike at the knees, 0-1. He's had the runway to get healthy, to get comfortable, to just settle into his season really for the first time in his career. But I think the other part, I don't think it's a total coincidence as Kirby looks in, and the 0-1 pitch to Lara is a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2, is that you started seeing him beat out some ground balls on the infield, turning singles into doubles when some of the hits weren't coming. He got really hungry and just started to control his own destiny, so to speak, when he put the ball in play. Oh, 2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Lara strikes out. The inning is over. Brewers had a 1-out double from Mitchell, but they strand him there. We go to the 4th inning here in Milwaukee. It's 6-2 Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Step up to the plate. It's Quick Trip's Around the Bases contest with Old Wisconsin. Stop into your neighborhood Quick Trip and purchase any Old Wisconsin product with Quick Rewards for your chance to win cash. Be sure to try beef and cheddar or beef and jalapeno smokestack. Details at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Don't sit on the sidelines. Grab your favorite Old Wisconsin product, fuel up, and get in the game to win big this Brewer season. Quick Trip and Old Wisconsin, proud partners of the Brewers Radio Network.
You've taught them, trained them, taken every precaution. But sometimes, despite your best efforts, someone gets hurt on the job. Because they're not perfect. They're people, and they're your people. At least you can keep them happy, healthy, and working with a workers' compensation policy from West Bend. It's how to give every problem a silver lining. West Bend, the worst brings out our best. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com.
You can see the difference at each job site. Crews show up organized and ready to work in an environment built on safety and skill. That's the skilled union laborers who are members of LIUNA, Wisconsin. Highly trained, reliable, focused on delivering the highest standards of quality and productivity. For contractors, LIUNA means projects done right the first time, on time and on budget. For laborers, LIUNA is more than just a paycheck. It's a career built on training, stability, and pride in their work. Go with LIUNA. Feel the power.
Your hometown crew.
Yelich trying to steal home. Here's the throw to the plate. He's safe.
No matter where you live.
Yelich sprinted home.
This is the Brewers Radio Network.
6-2 Milwaukee as we head to the 4th inning here at American Family Field. Cole Young will lead things off for Seattle. Gasser back out there. 62 pitches. So far here this afternoon for Gasser. And the first pitch to Young, bunted up the third baseline, foul, and it's 0-1. So Cole Young, who is 0 for 1 today, for 9 in this series for Cole Young. He has struck out 4 times. He's had a good year overall, but the Brewers have pitched him well so far in this series. A 1 pitch. Lays off a sweeper down and away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Young, Pareda, and then Rodden. It's the bottom third of the order for Seattle. Gasser's 1-1 pitch. That missed down and away. And it's 2-1. Schneider and their professional truck drivers remind you, put your phone away while driving. Your full attention can save lives. Brewers trying to win the series here this afternoon. 2 teams split the first 2 games. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2 on Young. Feels like there's been a season within this series. I mean, there have been no shortage of storylines and oddities and statistical landmarks that have been hit over the course of the first 2 games of this series. In the 2-2, and Young laid off a cutter that missed down and away, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gasser kicks and delivers the 3-2 pitch. That missed down and away, and Young works the walk. So this is the 3rd time in 4 innings that Gasser has walked the leadoff man. And with a 4-run lead, it is the opposite of what you would want to see happen. This really hasn't been an issue for Gasser, save for the very beginning of the season. At the beginning of the year, his first couple of outings, he dinked and dunked a little bit. Tried to be a little too fine at times. Pitch to Johnny Pareda is over but low with a sinker. It's 1 ball and no strikes. And his manager publicly said, look, he's got to be aggressive. He's got to start throwing strikes. It's not going to work up here unless he can find a way to get ahead in counts. The 1-0 pitch is inside, but it's going to be challenged by Sanchez. And Gary's going to win this one, I think. It's very close, but it looks like this one clipped the inside edge.
All good return, pitches a strike. Milwaukee has 2 challenges remaining.
So a good challenge for Gary Sanchez. Challenge is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Gary wanted to challenge a pitch earlier when he was at the plate and didn't. And then used the challenge wisely here. 1 ball and 1 strike on Pareda. The pitch is a liner into right center field. That's down for a base hit. Mitchell over there to cut it off on a couple of hops. First to third goes Young, and the Mariners have them on the corners with nobody out. So not a great start to this inning for Gasser, and that's going to get the Brewers bullpen going. This is a game you got to win if you're the Brewers. You're going to go for it, even with the bullpen getting utilized for 7 innings of last night's game. And Chris Hook is on his way out for a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound to chat as the Brewers get action going right away. I believe that's Chad Patrick starting to get loose down there for the Crew. So a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound. Those are brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook with wall-to-wall screens, elite dining, and over 95 kiosks. It's a fan's dream. Potawatomi Sportsbook, become a legend. So Chris Hook out there chatting with Sanchez and Gasser. And a 6-2 lead. You still feel good, but 2 on and nobody out here. And the Mariners trying to just chip away. They're kind of in the role of the Brewers from last night, frankly, where the Brewers fell behind 7-0 and kept chipping away. And eventually, the Brewers made it very interesting late, but the Mariners held on for a 7-5 victory.
The thing is, Lane, it's the walks. It's the leadoff walks that have really done in Robert Gasser. Much like last night, Dustin May was falling behind a lot of hitters and giving Seattle opportunities. Not the walks. Gasser's throwing a pretty good ball game.
So first and third and nobody out. And here's Brock Rodden, who has been one of the better hitters in this Mariners lineup throughout the course of this series. First pitch, bunting, and he bunts it foul behind home plate. It's 0-1. Base hit back in the second inning for Rodden. He's got 3 hits, 1 in each game. Now a 6-game hitting streak to start up his big league career. And he is the 9-hitter, so it turns over to the top of the order, and Brendan Donovan, who's been a tough out all series long, who is in the on-deck circle for Seattle. No balls and 1 strike. Gasser kicks, delivers, and that one's lined foul and out of play down the first base line. And it's 0-2. Brewers honored Air Force veteran Robert Bob Nelson today at the ballpark, 94 years old. Airborne Division, served in Germany and Tripoli, enlisted in 1951. 0-2 pitch to Rodden is in there for a called third strike. Beautiful pitch from Gasser. He dropped the changeup in there and just clipped the very bottom of the zone. That is a huge ortho ASAP strikeout for Gasser. And now you can play for a double play ball up the middle if you're the Brewers. Really anywhere on the infield if you're the Brewers. Brendan Donovan will be the batter. Retired veterans can turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and the health plan experience you want with Network Health. First pitch to Donovan is a liner caught by Terang. Throws behind the runner at first. He got back safely. Almost doubled off. Pareda over at first as Terang, that line drive was bringing him towards the first base bag, so it was pretty easy for him to get it out of the glove quickly and throw behind the runner, but Pareda did a good job reading that one quickly and getting back to the bag. So now 2 outs, and here's Randy Arozarena. Gasser an out away from navigating what was a very troublesome start to this inning, but not out of the woods yet. First offering to Arozarena, and that misses, goes past Sanchez, back to the backstop, and a run is going to score. Cole Young dashes home on what I think will be a pass ball. We'll see. Might have been in the dirt. We'll have to see another replay of this one. It is a pass ball. Pareda moves up to second base. It's a 6-3 ball game now. 1 ball and no strikes on Arozarena. Here's the pitch. Missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes. You can learn more about Network Health, by the way, by going to networkhealth.com/veterans. Top of the 4th inning, a 6-3 Brewers lead, and Pat Murphy's out. He is going to lift Robert Gasser from this game in the middle of the at-bat. Oof. He has made the call to the bullpen, and Chad Patrick's going to come into this game. Second time we've seen him do this. He did this with Sprott on the last homestand. And a 2-0 count. That's going to be it for Robert Gasser. So a call to the bullpen has been made. Pitching changes brought to you by Ironworkers Local 8. American Family Field was built by Ironworkers Local 8. Join their team for industry-leading wages and benefits. Learn more at IWL8.org. That's IWL.
Mariano Rivera, cutter man, what can you say? Because lefties had no chance against him. Randy Johnson. All you want to do is try to make contact and put the ball in play. Don't get hit in the head and just try to pull it in play. Mr. Greg Maddox, another great teammate, great player. Hey, this is a beautiful card right here. This card tells you and lets you know that I got him. When you see that finish high, you know that he's in the books.
Oh, was that ball crushed?
There's so much history right here, and when I put it on, and it's so light, it just feels just right. It feels just right. I mean, look at this. It got the city on it. When I was 7 years old, my uncle takes me where? To Shea Stadium. Darryl Strawberry hits a home run, and I become a fan for life.
Lawrence, and he's been better the last couple of months, but, you know, he is a foundational piece for the A's. For sure.
Driven to right. Forget about it. Off the tree. Londo, special delivery. The Butler's got a barrel for it. Zone 4, stand up. All about that good tree.
What a splash from Butler. Wow.
Another A with a multi-homer series against the Rays, and it's 8-4. Absolutely crushed.
6-3 Brewers. Runner at second and 2 here, top of the fourth inning. Randy Arozarena is the batter. Chad Patrick takes over on the mound for the Crew. The 2-0 pitch to Arozarena misses down and away with a sinker. And it's 3 balls and no strikes. You've got the left-handed hitting Dominic Canzone in the on-deck circle for Seattle. This is the rubber match here this afternoon with the two teams splitting the first 2 games of this series. 3-0 pitch, and that missed away, and he walked him. So it's a 4-pitch walk between Gasser and Patrick. That walk is charged to Gasser. And so now first and second and 2 away. And you face the lefty in Canzone. I was looking at the Mariners' record in their season before the game today. They come in 60-67. That's so hard to believe because this was a trendy pick for a lot of people to go to the World Series out of the American League this year. Pitch is in there for a strike on a cutter, and it's 0-1. And we've talked about their struggles and their problems quite a bit over these 3 games of this series. 0-1. That missed outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here they are at 60 wins. This is a team that was all the way to Game 7 of the ALCS last year against Toronto. And I was just curious, when did the Brewers get to 60 wins? It was the first game out of the All-Star break. That was over a month ago. The 1-1 is a little flare into left center field. Charging in is Mitchell. It's going to drop in front of him around third. And on his way home is Pareda, and it's a 6-4 ball game. Arozarena stops at second. Just a little flare off the bat of Canzone. That drops in there for a base hit. He drives in his 55th of the season. And that run, of course, charged to Gasser. And now first and second, and Julio Rodriguez to the plate. So the tying run stands at first base already here for Seattle. They've done some good work to get themselves very much back into this ballgame. 6-4 Brewers lead, still 2 outs. Patrick looks at second and brings home the pitch, and he missed high. It's 1-0. Now, you would understand a team being basically a month behind another team in the win-loss column when you're talking about maybe the Rockies or some of the teams that have been at the bottom for the last handful of years as the pitch misses high, 2 balls and no strikes. You would have never guessed that Seattle would be trailing the Brewers by that much in terms of overall record when the season began.
But lo and behold, only 2.5 games behind the last wild card spot in the American League.
Power of being in that league right now. Swing and a miss. Waved at a cutter, elevated, and it's 2-1. I mean, everybody feels like they're a part of it in the American League, save for maybe Kansas City, Oakland, and the Angels. 2-1 is popped up. This one behind home plate. Sanchez sheds the mask, finds it, makes the catch, and the inning is over. But Seattle gets 2 more, and they make this a 6-4 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 4th on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Life's better. So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal, and I played with Eddie, and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards, and I know.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Down here in the 4th inning, and Xander Bogaerts standing in. Bogaerts to deep left field. Back goes Martinez looking up, and it is long gone. Home run to left field for Xander Bogaerts. It's a 2-run shot, and Padres back within a run. That's what I'm talking about. 4:26, the tail of the tape on the home run.
This was a no-doubter off the bat of Xander Bogaerts as he got to a sweeper. Now, that's halfway up the bleachers out there in left field.
Leading the Mariners as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. George Kirby has had his issues today. He's thrown 73 pitches so far. Brewers have had threats in every inning, but have only scored in that first inning when they pushed 6 across against Kirby and batted 10. First pitch to Bryce Terang is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Third time through the order against Kirby already here for the Crew. And it's only the bottom of the fourth. Terang is 1 for 2 this afternoon. It is a gorgeous day here in southeast Wisconsin. 1. This one's fouled out of play third base side. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Hope you're able to do whatever you need to do today outside. If you're working, hopefully you're able to go out to a park bench and use your laptop from there. Outdoor office, 0-2 pitch. This one is swung on and fouled back behind home plate. Stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Kirby out of the windup, brings home the 0-2 pitch to Terang. That one's rolled foul over by the Brewers dugout. Stays at 0-2. Jose A. Ferrer, who we saw last night in the 7th inning, is getting loose. Michael Rucker is also getting loose for Seattle. So right-hander and a left-hander for the Mariners. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Terang, and he missed outside. It's 1-2. And we enter late August and get into early September, and you get some of these weather days that are just undefeated around here. 1-2 pitch, swinging him. Foul in and out of the mid of Paredes, so Terang stays alive. He'll see another pitch. Starts to cool off a little bit more at night. And you start to feel like postseason baseball's not that far away either. It's still a chunk of season left, but we're getting closer. Starting to come into focus a little bit. And now pitch clock violation. It's the second time today that Kirby's been charged with a pitch clock violation. Goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Terang. Had one in the last inning as well in the bottom of the third. Here's the 2-2 to Terang. And a fly ball to left. Back on it is Arozarena. Still back, reaches up and makes the catch. He had to go from the shadows into the sunlight right as he was making that catch, but he was able to do so. And there's one away in the Brewers' fourth, and Jackson Churiel will be the batter. When the game is on the line, the Brewers rely on their elite bullpen. When your oral health is on the line, rely on a WDA member dentist. To find a WDA dentist near you, go to WDA.org. First offering to Jackson is a sweeper in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Drive around the league. It's brought to you by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. The 0-1 to Churiel is outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. It is one of those wild, great American ballpark days in Cincinnati. It is 10-9 Cardinals in the bottom of the 9th inning. The 1-1. Churiel hits one in the air and foul down the right field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was a 5-4 game going into the 9th inning. The Cardinals scored 6 runs in the top of the 9th. Here is a ground ball back up the middle and into left center field for Jackson Churiel. That's a base hit for Jackson. He's on a base for the 2nd time today. That's his 5th hit of this series. And the Brewers have a base runner now in front of Jake Bauers. That game has now gone final. The Cardinals win it 10-9. They scored 6 runs in the 9th. Then they Reds scored 4 in the bottom of the ninth and ended up losing by 1. And if you see the play where the Reds had a chance to close it out, and there was a fly ball to left center, and Dane Myers, and I don't know if J.J. Bleday or who was in left field, but they just dropped the ball. Oof. And the game would have ended, and then the Cardinals went on to have that 6-run inning. Well, that's going to be it for George Kirby as Dan Wilson is out. He's taking the baseball from him, and Ferrer's going to...
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It is a 6-4 Brewers lead. Runner at first and 1 away here. Bottom of the 4th inning. Jake Bauers, the batter. Jose Ferrer takes over on the mound for Seattle. 58th appearance of the year, 3.63 ERA. First pitch to Bauers is down and away, and it's 1-0. Ferrer worked the 7th inning of last night's game. He struck out Bauers in that inning. Scoreless inning for him. Gave up a base hit to Jackson Chourio in that 7th, and now he's got Chourio picked off, but the throw goes under the glove of Naylor, and Chourio heads to second. Had him picked off. Jackson had broke towards second. Ferrer threw to first, but Naylor didn't catch the throw. It trickled off of his glove and went behind the bag, and so Chourio's got himself a stolen base. So he gets himself into scoring position here. 1 ball and no strikes. The count on Bauers. And a swing and a miss. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 13th stolen base of the year for Jackson.
Not the same velocity today from Ferrer as he had last night. Only 94. Last night he was 97, 98.
I mean, his stuff was nasty last night. The 1-1 pitch. Down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here on Bauers. Yeah, you watched him last night. It's easy to see why the Mariners moved some prospects for him in the offseason. 2-1. Chopper foul up the first base line. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stolen base presented by Delta Dental for your fellow fanatics, your personal cheerleaders, and your #1 fans. For all the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. 2-2 the count here on Bauers with 1 out. Ferrer kicks, delivers, and swung on and fouled straight back into the net. And it'll stay at 2-2 on Jake. Brewers scored 6 runs in the first inning. They have had their chances to add on in the 2nd and 3rd. And now here in the 4th, they've yet to do so. And now Ferrer wheels back towards second and back to the bag without a throw is Jackson Chourio. Bauers the base hit against Kirby back in the 2nd inning, his last at bat. 2-2. Up and in. Nearly hit him and spun him out of the box. And the Count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bowers has reached both times he's come to the plate today. He walked and scored back in the first. Ferrer's 3-2 pitch, and he nailed the outside corner with a fastball, 97 miles an hour. That's a pretty good pitch from Ferrer. Bowers strikes out looking, and there's 2 away, and now here's Gary Sanchez. This is a little better matchup for the Brewers. Bowers, even though he's hitting lefties, you can see where Ferrer would be really difficult on lefties with the stuff he possesses and the arm slot that he has. Sanchez should get a little better look at him here. First pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. First pitch slider to Sanchez, who had the 2-run double back in the first. Called out on strikes in the second inning. Here's the pitch, and Gary hits one foul and out of play into the second deck down the right field line. And it's quickly 0-2 on Sanchez. Atlanta has a no-hitter going in Chicago against the White Sox. It's 2-0 Atlanta in the top of the 7th. Grant Holmes is through 6 no-hit innings, a couple of walks. 0-2, missed down and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Braves come in here following. What a pitching matchup tomorrow. Miz versus Chris Sale tomorrow. Late afternoon affair. 1-2's outside of the changeup, and it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Sanchez. That's one of the better pitching matchups of the season anywhere in the big leagues. Here's the 2-2, and that one's hit foul and out of play down the right field line. It stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Sanchez.
A couple of 12-game winners, Miz and Sale. 2 of the top ERAs in Major League Baseball.
I think safe to say if the Cy Young was voted on today, 2-2 is a chopper foul up the third baseline. It'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Miz is your winner, but Chris Sale finishes in the top 3.
Christopher Sanchez still putting together a really fine season for Philadelphia. Sale may have passed him.
Yeah. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Sanchez. The pitch, and a ground ball out to second base. Scooped up by Young, sidearms it over to first and takes care of Sanchez, and the inning is over. Brewers got a 1-out single from Jackson Churio. They strand him at second base. We go to the 5th. It is 6-4 Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
On the baseball.
.6-4 Brewers lead. Both starters out of this game. It has a chance to be one of those wild games here this afternoon. We're hoping it's not. Hopefully the Brewers can just settle things down on the mound and find a way to secure this series. Chad Patrick back out there for the 5th, and back on the mic for us is Jeff Levering.
Thank you, Lane. I got a feeling that 6-4 will not be the final score. Just a hunch. Josh Naylor, Taylor Ward, Cole Young coming up for Seattle in this 5th inning. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 6 left on base for Seattle. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors, and 4 left for the Brewers. Naylor's 0 for 2. He's bounced to second base twice. Facing a right-hander for the first time, and the pitch is a wave of the miss. Got tied up with a cutter. That swing looked very pretzel-like from Josh Naylor. Not comfortable. 0-1 on Naylor. Riding a 9-game hitting streak coming into the game. And takes down and in through the slurve. 1 ball, 1 strike. Deep breath from Chad Patrick. And the 1-1. Naylor jammed. It's a fair ball up the first base side. Picked up by Bowers. He'll flip to Patrick covering the bag. 3-1 on the putout. Taylor Ward is the hitter. Everybody on the field right now covered in shadows from the mostly better than half open roof. Jackson Churrio's the only one that's flirting with the sunlight. Slight pie wedge out in deep left field. Everybody else in the shadows of American Family Field. Taylor Ward at the plate. He has walked and scored a run. He's also been called out on strikes. Pitch to Ward is up and in. Almost threw his elbow into it to get hit. Didn't. 1 ball and no strikes. You guys want to throw some guesses in for our attendance game today? We can do it. Yeah. Kent's our leadoff hitter. I'll give him some time. He just popped into the booth. There's a strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Maybe needed a refill on some of those handmade chips that were brought in. Very tasty. Handmade. Not store-bought. Kent is pontificating. We'll get you his guess in a moment. The 1-1. Strike 2 with a cutter. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 31,726 from Kent Sommerfeld. 1-2 pitch is a called third strike. Cutter on the outside corner, and Ward is rung up. An ortho ASAP strikeout of Taylor Ward. And Cole Young is the hitter. Kent almost a birthday boy. He just is not.
He's not into birthdays at all,
and that's okay. That's fine. Cole Young has walked and flied to right. Scored back in the 4th on a pass ball. Takes a strike with a cutter. 0-1. So 31,726 was Kent's guess. Would you like to fire one out there? You want me to go first?
I'll do it. 30,124.
30,124. Okay, that doesn't give me a lot of buffer. Here's the pitch, and it's a swing and a miss. 2 strikes. Boxed me in here. I'll go 29,620. 29,620. Guesses are locked in. No phone a friend. 0-2 pitch to Young. Check swing. Didn't go. Ball got by Sanchez. They did not appeal said check swing. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This more than likely the lightest of our crowds, but still a healthy gathering. It's a little tougher because people are positioning themselves strategically with the shade. Young fouls it away. Much like Dodger Stadium on a warm, sunny day game, every bit of shade is occupied.
Yeah.
Those trying to get that last-minute tan of summer in the sunlight. Pitch down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Cole Young. Not a hot day. Their game time temperature 78. Lovely. 2-2 coming. Jammed him foul. Good sinker at 97 from Chad. Having a quick vibe check. The vibes are pretty good. 6-4, Brewers lead, top half of the fifth inning. Cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer. That's a big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the seltzer that passes the vibe check.
No more no-hitter in Chicago. Grant Holmes has given up a hit.
Ah, bummer. 2-2. It's down and in. The Braves just got swept by the Twins. This is a long road trip for Atlanta, as Minnesota was the second of three cities. The game they're playing against the White Sox is a makeup game from earlier this year. Today is supposed to be an off day for the Braves in Milwaukee. Not the case. 3-2. Fouled again. That was the 8th pitch of the at-bat between Patrick and Young. 2 outs in this fifth inning. Chad Patrick trying to get out of this with nobody reaching base. It's only happened one other time in this game. 3-2 coming back. And a little flare, shallow center. Out is Ortiz, backpedaling, makes the catch about 30 feet into the outfield grass. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Chad Patrick. Halfway home, Brewers lead at 6-4 on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. When it comes to a home mortgage, we understand you want a simple, stress-free process, great service, and a loan you can feel good about. And for now,
all your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
Okay, I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I got to eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me, everything's good. I save a lot of money. Estamos lindo.
Well, this is the most famous jersey in baseball, right? The Yankee pinstripes, the interlocking NY, and the Midnight Navy. I was a Yankee fan growing up my whole life, diehard, and became a free agent after 7 years with the Rockies, and I wanted to be a Yankee so bad. Putting this jersey on for a headshot for the first time, it felt different than any other shirt I'd ever put on in my career.
Summerfeld, Jeff Laddering aboard. 6-4 Brewers. Bottom half of inning number 5. Christian Yelich leads it off against the new pitcher for Seattle, right-hander Michael Rucker. .491 earned run average for Rucker. It's his 26th appearance. Former Chicago Cub. Pitched with the Cubs back in 23 most recently. And that is a breaking ball for a strike on the outside corner. 0-2 on Yelich. Base hit and a double play ground out from Yelich. The pitch home is a ball off the outside corner. Hit the ball harder on the double play than he did the base hit. The Brewers scored 6 times in the first inning. Mariners with 2 in the second, 2 in the fourth. To make it a 6-4 game, Brewers have had a man on in every inning. Yelich takes down and in with a cutter. Stranded runners at third in the second inning. Had a 1-out double in the third. Could not bring him in. Is it third inning? Second inning. Here's the 2-2. Misses outside. Stranded a runner at third in the second inning. Stranded a runner at second base in the third. Let's see where I would mess that up. And then in the fourth inning, had a 1-out single, a stolen base, but didn't move. 3-2. Ground ball, second base. Just a couple of hops to Cole Young. And he throws out Yelich. One gone for Joey Ortiz. RBI single and a line out to center. Nothing tastes better on a warm summer's evening than a bowl of Cedar Crest ice cream. Pick up your favorite flavor, like Pirate's Bounty or Elephant Tracks. Some of my favorites. They got them all for you. Whatever your flavor profile is, they've got whatever it takes to make you happy. Cedar Crest. Don't forget about the other Wisconsin originals, Usinger's Famous Sausage and Pine River Cheese Spreads. Award-winning meats and cheeses, both the best in class. That's a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-2. I may have sampled in some Pine River cheese spread over the last couple of days, the mango habanero and the vintage reserve. I didn't mix the two. It was just one of each. On wheat thins, of course, swing and a miss, and Ortiz has gone on strikes. 2 up and 2 down in the 5th inning. Two of my favorites, mango habanero and the vintage reserve. Garrett Mitchell, 2 for 2, couple of doubles, driven in a pair, scored a run. 6-4 Brewers in the bottom of the 5th inning. Michael Rucker back to work. Pitch is a strike at the knees. Cutter at 90. Scoreless in his last appearance for Rucker. That curveball misses away, but the outing before that allowed 4 earned runs against the Yankees and covered just a third of an inning. Fastball, curveball, cutter. 3-pitch pitcher for Rucker. Swing and a miss. There's the fastball at 96. 1-2. Mitchell with 6 hits in the series. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a curveball. And Michael Rucker comes in and goes 1-2-3 through the Brewers. We head to the 6th inning. 6-4 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network. Presented by American Family Insurance.
Miller time. People think it just happened.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Bonds would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today. 6th inning at American Family Field. Brewers lead at 6-4 over the Mariners. Winner of this game takes the series. Brewers took the opener 22-0. Mariners came back with a 7-5 victory last night. Brewers scored 6 in the 1st inning today. Mariners have been chipping away. They've scored 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 4th. We're in the 6th as Pareda at the plate, the catcher for Seattle, and he takes up an in from Chad Patrick, who is working in his 3rd inning. Came on with 2 outs mid-at-bat in the 4th, walked 1, allowed a base hit for his inherited runner to score, and then got Julio Rodriguez to pop up. 1-0 is high with a cutter. Went 1-2-3 through the Mariners in the 5th inning, did Chad. So he's recorded 4 outs. Allowed 2 base runners. Pareda, Rodden, Donovan, 8-9-1 coming up for Seattle. 2-0. He is up and in. 3 balls and no strikes. It's been the leadoff walks that have done in the Brewers today. 3 different times have they walked the leadoff man to start an inning. Ashby loosening in the Brewers' pen. A 3-0 pitch from Patrick. In there for a strike through McCutter. Pareda base hit and a run scored in the 4th. He scored on the base hit by Canzone. The other run in that inning scored on a pass ball. 3-1 pitch. Right in there. 3-2. Final line for Robert Gasser today. Ended up going 3 2/3, 4 runs, 4 hits, 4 walks, 4 Ks. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ortho ASAP strikeout. Brock Rodden coming up, 1 away, nobody on base. And the pitch is a strike. 0-1 on Brock Rodden. Base hit and a strikeout for Rodden. 0-1 coming, and it is high. The switch hitter batting from the left side of the plate. Coming back. Rodden yanks it foul first base side. Just scattering a couple of Brewers players, including Jacob Mizorowski. 1-2 the count. Aaron Ashby loosening in the Brewers bullpen. One, two coming back. Got him looking. Cutter on the outside corner. Threaded the needle beautifully on that backdoor cutter. Back-to-back Ks for Chad Patrick. It's a 3rd Ortho ASAP strikeout for Chad. Doing yeoman's work today, trying to get to the back end of that bullpen. Covering these middle innings after a short start from Gasser. Brendan Donovan, top of the order. 1 out of 2. And the pitch to him is high. 1 ball, no strikes. A 2-run double back in the 2nd inning. Lined out to second base in the 4th. Need a post-game snack? Well, we've got an app for that. Download the new George Webb app and place your order for pickup on your way home. This one popped up behind home plate. Sanchez hoping for a play. No, it lands in the front row right behind the screen. Ball and a strike on Brendan Donovan. Download that George Webb app on the App Store or Google Play. Donovan in the series 4 out of 9. A couple of extra base hits. 1-1 pitch to Brendan Donovan. Foul back just to our left and just below the Mariners TV booth. One and two. It's on the way from Chad Patrick. Ground ball sharply hit back up the middle. Donovan doing what he's done over the last couple of years, whether he's wearing a Cardinals uniform or a Mariners uniform, is collecting hits against the Brewers. 2-out single. Randy Arozarena will represent the tying run. 0 for 1 today. He struck out in the 1st. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd and then walked in the 4th. It was Arozarena that was at the plate when Gasser was lifted mid-AB. It was a 2-0 count that Chad Patrick inherited. Ended up walking a Arozarena that was credited to Gasser. Arozarena takes ball 1. Close, but a ball. 1-0 the count. Brewers still have both of their challenges. The Mariners have just one. Is up and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's a strike. 2-1 on Randy Arozarena. This game far from over. Top of the 6th inning. A 6-4 Brewers lead. Patrick turns and throws to first, and back with a dive is Brendan Donovan. Two balls and a strike. Pitch number 43 from Chad Patrick. It's a strike in the outside corner. Sinker at 95. After seeing all those cutters, Patrick came back with that 2-seamer over the outside corner. Job not done. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs on Randy Arozarena. Here's the set. 2-2 coming. Struck him out swinging. Threw him a 4-seam fastball. Arozarena chased it off the plate away. And Patrick strikes out 3 in a scoreless 6th inning. Home half of the 6th coming up. 6-4 Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Elizabeth Lintonen. A suspect still on the run after an armed robbery at a gas station in Waukesha.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It is gone! Second home run of the night for Miguel Vargas. 4 hits tonight. He was a triple shy of the cycle, but a home run in my world's better than a triple. There's a ground ball the other way. Mason Wynn with a dive. Can he throw it? What a play! How did he do that? I don't know. I put about 5 stars by that one. It was that good. I don't have enough ink in my pen.
He was awfully impressive. It was just the fastball early to get the punch out. 7 innings, 4 hits, 8 Ks, and not 1 walk. Domination. Outstanding yet again. What a performance by Brandon Pfaadt. 7 shutout with 7 strikeouts and no walks here in Atlanta.
He looks like he didn't even sweat out there. Executed every pitch.
To the train tracks, and the Astros walk off the Mariners. They win it 10-7 in 10.
Brewers lead, looking to add on. Michael Rucker still on for Seattle. 6th is the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. There's a strike on Hamilton, and it's 0-1. Our contestant today, Alton Schaefer from Oak Creek. Alton would win a gift card jackpot of $100 if a member of the crew hits a home run in the inning. This is a ground ball sharply hit at first, backhanded by Naylor, steps on the bag for out number 1. $100 will be added to total for each additional home run this inning. Visit any participating Woodman's store to enter. Service and savings, that's Woodman's. Luis Lara digs in. Lara 0 for 2. Chops this one foul inside the Brewers dugout, and it's 0-1. Rucker has retired all 4 batters he's faced. 0-1 pitch is a curveball for a strike. It's 0-2. Top of the order looming for the Brewers after Lara. 6 runs on 9 hits so far for the Brewers. Bullpen for Seattle has not allowed a base runner. Ferrer came in, retired both batters he faced in the 4th. So far 4 in a row from Rucker. The Brewers had their way with Kirby as Lara sprays one foul on the left field line. 0-2 pitch is rolled foul again off the facing of the Brewers dugout. Heads towards the right field line. Here's the 0-2. Skips in the dirt and back to the backstop. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Luis Lara. Want to send some birthday wishes out today. 99 years old, Jane Schieffer. Longtime Brewers fan, friend of the program. She's got family and friends from all over the country here today watching this game. I think 50 of her family and friends with her celebrating birthday number 99. How about that? Happy birthday, Jane. Appreciate you spending your birthday with us and bringing your family and friends with you. 2-2 is a chopper to first base. Naylor's got it, has to flip to the pitcher covering, and Lara is retired. 3-1 on the putout, and Bryce Terang will indeed come up. Base hit and 3 tries for Terang. Single to left to open up the game and spark the 6-run first inning. Brewers offense has been stymied since. Terang fouls the first one away. We have our winner in our attendance game, by the way. Oh, Kent Sommerfeld for the second time in as many days. Attendance today, 35,909. Back to back. All right, he's our picker again tomorrow. Terang took a strike and Herrera couldn't catch the ball. Fastball at, I would say that's a cutter, at 91. Calibration issues there for the Hawkeye system. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Check swing, did he go? He did, to Dexter Kelly down at third, so he strikes out. We head to the 7th inning, still 6-4 Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
On the baseball field, the skilled players get paid the most. The same is true in construction. Some of the most skilled players building our...
Back at the wall, it is gone, a grand slam. The Derbinator strikes and busts it open in Toronto.
The Brewers get 3. They take out Edwin Diaz. RBI hits from Churio, Mitchell, and Bowers. 5-4 Brewers.
Get him again. Golly, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
The glove.
No, he didn't.
Oh, my God.
It's off the best outing of his big league career with his 10th strikeout of the day. 8 innings of one hit ball for Cade Cavalli.
And raise the Jolly Roger, truly a masterpiece by Braxton Ashcraft. You couldn't have scripted this one any better.
10 strikeouts. What did he end up with? 85 pitches. It was just beautiful.
Once he stumbled coming out of the box there. Twice. Knock it down. Knock it down.
Oh boy. First pitch, swing, Altuve pops it up, back of the mound, and falls! Somehow, some way.
Well, gentlemen tried to make a catch. He dove for it.
Usually not smart. Put a lot of seats there.
And Julio threw the ball into the seats. Julio threw the ball into the seats. That was the second out.
Take this one home. The 7th inning and the play-by-play. Here's Lane.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff. Chad Patrick, very good today in relief. 2 1/3, 2 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts for Chad. And as Jeff just said, now Ashby takes over here. He gets the lefty Dominic Canzone to lead things off in the 7th. And the first pitch, he is up and in with a sinker. It's 1-0. Brewers trying to hold on. A 6-4 lead. They led 6-0 right out of the gate in this one. But the Mariners, with 2 runs in the 2nd and 2 runs in the 4th, have made it a ball game as this one's rolled foul up the first base line. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Ashby working for the first time since Sunday in L.A. against the Dodgers when he stranded 2 inherited runners in the 8th inning, induced a double play from Shohei Ohtani in that outing. This pitch misses down and in with a curveball. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. It's his 59th appearance of the year, 13-2 with a 3.39 ERA. 2-1. That landed for a strike with a breaking ball, and it's 2-2. So a little extended time off for Aaron Ashby. You'd have to really search hard to find very many times he's gone from Sunday to Thursday without climbing the mound for the Brewers over the course of this year. 2-2 pitch. And just missed. They'll appeal to third. He did not go, says Dexter Kelly. And all the fans remembering the check call that went against Bryce Terang to end the bottom of the 6th inning, rolling their eyes after that one. Here's the 3-2 to Canzone, and he got him looking anyway. A sinker at 100 miles an hour. Aaron Ashby comes in and gets the strikeout of Canzone, put the very bottom of the strike zone, an ortho ASAP strikeout. And there's one away for Julio Rodriguez. Well, the crew's been around since 1970. Habish, and Rotier, even longer. If you're injured in an accident, call the firm Wisconsinites have trusted for over 95 years. First offering to Rodriguez, and he dropped the curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Rodriguez today 1 for 3, had a base hit back in the first. It was his only hit of this series so far for Julio. And the 0-1. That was in tight. 1 ball and 1 strike. Went 0 for 4 in the opener, did Rodriguez. 0 for 4 last night, but did have a sac fly and drove in a run in the 2nd inning of last night's game. This is swing and a miss over the top of the curveball, and it's 1-2. Brewers looking for win number 79 on the season here this afternoon. Marching toward that 80 win mark. We still got plenty of August left. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Rodriguez. Ashby delivers, and a swing and a miss on a ball down in the dirt. Sanchez picks it up and throws to first and completes the strikeout. Another nasty curveball from Aaron Ashby and another ortho ASAP strikeout. There are 2 away. And Josh Naylor will be the batter, so you get the lefty-lefty matchup here for Ashby. 95 strikeouts as a reliever this year for Aaron Ashby. Pitch missed inside, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Entered the day with 93, and 95 was the major league lead for a reliever. That was Mason Miller. The 1-0 pitch is ground ball up the middle, backhanded by Terang. Plants his feet, throws to first in time. A nice play by Terang, and the inning is over. So Aaron Ashby works a 1-2-3, top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of 7, 6-4, Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by...
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from, like, the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are tie cups.
These are tie cups.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes it special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say, one great play deserves another. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
It's Raymond. Congratulations. You won the great mascot race.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. That's because their team is always there to protect your dreams.
6-4, Brewers lead the Mariners here in the final game of this series. Bottom of the 7th inning, Jackson Churio to lead things off against Michael Rucker, who's out there for a 3rd inning of work, and the pitch is a strike on the outside edge. And it's 0-1. It's been 6 up and 6 down for Rucker against this Brewers lineup since he came in out of the bullpen. The 0-1. Down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. 7th inning stretch was sponsored by IslandResortGolf.com. Escape to the Island Resort and Casino, where championship golf, relaxing spa treatments, great dining, and casino excitement create the perfect summer getaway. The 1-1. And Churio, a fly ball to center. Back on it is Rodriguez, still back onto the warning track with the play. Reaches up and makes the catch. And there's one away. Didn't quite have that sound, but he hit it well. 103. But the ballpark held it. We've seen the ballpark hold some pretty well-struck balls over the last couple of days, especially out to center. And here's Jake Bauers. As Diaz, the left-hander, starts to get loose out there in the Mariners' pen. Bauers takes low, and it's 1-0. Brewers were able to get after George Kirby. All 6 of their runs came in the first inning. Trying to find some Network Health Insurance runs here for the crew, as the pitch is a strike on the outside edge, but challenged by Bauers. And I think he's going to win it. This is going to be very close. They'll put it up on the board, and
Ball's overturned. Pitch to the ball. Milwaukee has 2 challenges remaining.
Overturned, and Jake Bauers with a very good challenge. That's brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. 2 balls and no strikes on Bauers. Rucker out of the stretch. The pitch, and low with a cutter. He goes to 3-0. 6-4 Brewers. Here in the bottom of the 7th. 1 out, nobody on. Rucker kicks, delivers the 3-0, taking all the way. He takes a strike at the very bottom of the zone with a fastball at 98. And it is 3-1 on Bauers. Gary Sanchez is in the on-deck circle for the Brewers. 3-1. And a swing and a miss at a curveball. Half-hearted effort from Jake. Good curveball down below the zone. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brewers have not had a base runner since that single from Churio back in the 4th. The pitch. And missed low. Now they've got one. Ortho ASAP walk drawn by Bauers. And the Brewers have man aboard with 1 away for Gary Sanchez. Let's drive around the league. It's presented by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors, building Wisconsin together. Atlanta leading the White Sox 2-0 down in Chicago. That game's in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch to Sanchez, missed down and away, and it's 1-0. Atlanta will come this way at the conclusion of the game. And the Brewers and Braves will have a very unique 3-game series on deck here. 1-0. That caught the outside edge. Gary standing there, not so sure, but he will not challenge. And good thing he didn't. It caught the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Here's the pitch. And again, that one caught the outside corner. This time,
strike, batter challenging.
Gary said, I'm going to challenge this one, and I think he's going to lose it. A little lower than the one before, but still in the corner.
Calls confirmed. Pitches a strike. Milwaukee has 1 challenge remaining.
So the Brewers still with a challenge remaining. Those are brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here on Sanchez. Rucker's pitch. Rolled foul. Got a piece of that curveball down below the zone and rolled it into the Mariners' third base dugout. Kansas City leading the A's in Kansas City 6-2. That game's in the top of the 7th inning. 1-2 pitch, down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cleveland winners at home over the Giants today, 5-2. Toronto takes down Tampa Bay 5-1 at the Trop. Blue Jays playing some better baseball since the trade deadline. 2-2 to Sanchez, swing and a miss. Elevated a fastball at 95. Sanchez couldn't catch up to it. And he strikes out, and that'll bring Yelich to the plate. Yelich will be the first Brewer to face Rucker for a second time, and he's not going to be afforded that luxury. As Dan Wilson's out of the dugout, he's made the call in the bullpen. Jonathan Diaz is going to come into this one for Seattle. 6-4 Milwaukee as the Crew hits here in the bottom of the 7th inning. With 2 outs and a man at first. It's a North Shore adult diaper pitching change when control problems get out of hand.
Back at the wall. It is gone. A grand slam. The Derbinator strikes and busts it open in Toronto.
The Brewers get 3. They take out Edwin Diaz. RBI hits from Churio, Mitchell, and Bowers. 5-4 Brewers.
Get him again. Golly, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
The glove.
No, he didn't.
Oh, my God.
It's off the best outing of his big league career with his 10th strikeout of the day. 8 innings of 1 run, rather 1 hit ball for Cade Cavalli.
And raise the Jolly Roger. Truly a masterpiece by Braxton Ashcraft. You couldn't have scripted this one any better.
10 strikeouts. What did he end up with? 85 pitches. It was just beautiful.
Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Jonathan Diaz comes into this game for Seattle. Brewers have a runner at first and 2 outs. And Christian Yelich is the batter. Lefty versus lefty. Bowers over at first. A 6-4 Brewers lead. First pitch. Yelich takes outside of the sweeper, and it's 1-0. Yelich is 1 for 3 today. And the base hit back in the first inning. 1-0 pitch. And a strike on the lower outside corner. It's 1-1 on Christian. Brewers lead at 6-4, trying to win this series with a win here this afternoon. 1-1. Down and away with a sweeper. And it goes to 2 balls and 1 strike on Christian. Yelich had a very good series. 4 hits in the series. Was driven in 4, had the home run. Here's the 2-1. And a chopper right side. Big hopper Young, the second baseman, fields and throws to first in time. And Yelich is retired. Brewers strand a runner in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the 8th. It is 6-4 Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Step up to the...
in the world happened to Mike Sims.
Looks like he's hurting a little bit.
It really does.
Something inside the batting helmet.
Look at that.
Maybe he got a Q-tip stuck in there or something.
He is obviously in a little bit of pain. It was a bug. It looked like it was a pretty good sized.
It was a varmint, too.
Look at this.
It's a live moth.
Wow, we've seen it all now.
Guardians trying to cash in early. First 2 on, nobody out. 2-2 count for Joe Adell. Hit high, hit deep to left. Gilbert gonna wave goodbye. High into the bleachers it goes. And it's a 3-0 Guardians lead right out of the gate.
That makes his knee feel better, I'll guarantee you that.
That was a changeup that stayed up, and Joe Adell absolutely punished it.
Here at American Family Field, Aaron Ashby stays on the mound, and back on the mic, here's Jeff Levering.
Thank you, Lane. Taylor Ward, the first man to face him, takes up and in, ball 1. 3 up, 3 down in the 7th for Ashby. Ward, Young, and Pareda scheduled for the Mariners. Scoring his silence since the 4th inning. Big curveball misses high. 2 balls and no strikes. Again, the Brewers are down Abner Uribe at the moment, still on the injured list. He has a second bullpen coming up within the next couple of days. They're hoping his stay on the injured list is the minimum 15 days. 2-0 is a strike. If you looked at Abner in the clubhouse and even how he is in the dugout, you'd think that he'd be ready to go. But they're trying to keep him fine-tuned. 2-1 pitch is a strike, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Probably a good time just to rest him so he's ready to go for the stretch run. If he's feeling anything, just get rid of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. The curveball missed outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sanchez did not pull the trigger on a challenge. That one would have been close. One of those where if they rotate the seams, maybe they get a strike on the graphic. 3-2 pitch. That's high, ball 4. So from that close to a potential strike 3 to a leadoff walk again for the Brewers. It's the 4th time in the game that the Mariners have led off an inning with a walk. The tying run is coming up in Cole Young. Today's 8th inning brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council. Earn great union wages and benefits. Building Wisconsin's infrastructure. Learn more, liunawisconsin.org, and feel the power. Pitch to Young is low. 1 ball and no strikes. 4 runs, 6 hits for the Mariners. 6 runs, 9 hits for the Brewers. Runner at first is Ward. 1-0 to Young. Strike 1. Fastball at the top of the zone at 98. Lane, did you get one of these caps that they gave away a couple of days ago? First game of the series, they gave these caps away?
I didn't get any, but I saw we just brought some. They brought some in for us, right?
Yeah, the pitch is a strike. It's 1 and 2. It's the Robin cap. We've been publicizing it. It's the bird Robin. Now, I know how you feel about birds, but this is different because it's like Robin Yount.
Robin Yount is my favorite bird.
Robin Yount is your favorite bird?
Well, I mean, I like, yeah, you know what I mean.
1-2, check swing. Didn't go, says Dexter Kelly. And fans in the Brewers dugout are not going to appreciate that no swing because he's rung up a couple of Brewers, but says no on Cole Young. 2-2 pitch is a called 3rd strike on the outside corner anyway. Young is rung up. Ortho ASAP strikeout. 1 away for Johnny Pareda, and it won't be Pareda. Cal Raleigh will come off the bench and pinch hit for Pareda. That is an unhittable pitch that Aaron Ashby just threw. 98 on the outside corner, lefty on lefty. And Chris Hook will go out and chat with Aaron Ashby as Cal Raleigh hits for Pareda. Yeah, these caps are great. They've been doing these artistry caps a couple of times this year. But this one is a good one. I'm going to wear this a lot, I think. Navy blue with the robin, and then Robin Yount's number with the jersey, and the old Milwaukee cap from his rookie year. Trendy. That's cool. Very cool. Big fan. Throw it into the rotation of caps.
Every time you look at that hat, you're going to sing to yourself, tweedly-deedly-dee. Tweedly-deedly-dee.
Rockin' Robin. I hate that song. Chris Hook's meeting at the mound is over. Brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Raleigh in this series was 0 for 3 of the walk yesterday. 0 for 1 in the opener with a couple of walks. So 0 for 4, 3 walks for Cal Raleigh. He is 2 for his last 24 at the plate. Hits from the right side against the left-hander Ashby, who's all by himself out there. And the first one, a curveball for a strike. Nobody loosening in that Brewers bullpen. Brewers went Gasser for 3 2/3, Patrick for 2 1/3, Murph trying to get 2 innings out of Ashby and then go to McGill to finish this thing out. The 0-1 is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Limited bullpen today and a short start from Gasser. Patrick had to step up. He did. 1-1 pitch. Raleigh misses down and in. He kicks his back foot out from under that baseball. Nearly got hit in the ankle. 2 balls and a strike. Raleigh, who hit 60 home runs last season for Seattle, takes a curveball for a strike. Raleigh with just 13 home runs this year has driven in 44, hitting 156. Runner at first is Ward, 2-2. Curveball hit foul, and he was very late. Almost took it out of the glove of the catcher. Two balls and 2 strikes on Cal Raleigh, the pinch hitter. 6-4 Brewers, top of the 8th inning. Edward Bazardo is loosening in the Mariners bullpen. He had an inning last night. Short lead for Ward. 2-2 pitch. Missed low. He threw a changeup. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Even despite the struggles with batting average and the power this year for Cal Raleigh, he is still drawing his walks. 3-2. Ashby delivers. Just missed. Sanchez kept his challenge in his back pocket. How close was it? Close, but he made the right decision. Would have been a ball. And we will see another pinch hitter. This was very close. Maybe a half an inch away. Ashby issues his second walk of the inning. And we'll see a pinch hitter for Brock Rodden. Weston Wilson will pinch hit. Wilson hitting 198 in 50 games this year with Seattle. 4 homers, driven in 11. Pinch hits against Aaron Ashby. The delivery is up and in, ball 1. And challenge. Sanchez will use his challenge here and try and get ahead of the count. Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Yes, a strike.
Calls overturned, pitches a strike. Milwaukee has 1 count.
Good decision there by Gary Sanchez. And to get ahead 0-1, massive for Aaron Ashby. Tying run aboard at first base for Seattle. The 0-1. Curveball in there, strike 2. Couple of walks in this inning. Still nobody loosening. This is Ashby's inning to get through. 0-2 pitch. Curveball low. Wilson thought about offering. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Second ever matchup for Ashby against Weston Wilson. Ashby struck him out. Look at second. Ashby to the plate. Inside, gets away from Sanchez, but no advance. Oof, that's a big decision right there by Taylor Ward out at second base to potentially get the tying run into scoring position on a ball that popped out of the glove of Gary Sanchez. If he takes off, as soon as he reads that, he probably makes it. And with one out, that's the time you take the risk. Brewers are better for it. Double play is still in order, too, if Ashby can get a ground ball. 2-2 pitch. Check swing. He went around. He's gone. Threw him another curveball. Wilson could not hold up. Another strikeout for Aaron Ashby. 2 away, and it's Brendan Donovan. A second ortho ASAP strikeout for Ashby in the inning. He has 4 over the course of his inning and 2/3. Donovan at the plate. Pitch to him. Strike 1 at the knees. 2-run double and a single for Brendan Donovan today. His other at-bat was a line out to second base. 0-1 pitch. Donovan took very high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Still plenty of oomph behind that fastball for Ashby. That last one at 99. 6-4 Brewers in the 8th inning. Tying run at first base for Seattle. Ashby sets, looks at his runners, and his 1-1 pitch. Back to the backstop. Everybody will advance on that wild pitch from Aaron Ashby. And that changes the calculus big time. Back-to-back pitches that were not close. And Gary Sanchez tried his best to get a glove on that fastball, but couldn't do it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now basically the outfield could mean 2 runs. Best throwing arm is in right. Luis Lara. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Threw him a curveball. Donovan came up empty. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Six-4 game in the 8th inning. Ashby on 2-2. Kicks and deals. Ground ball hit towards short. Ortiz right behind the bag. Has it. Throws to first, and Ashby gets through the 8th. The Mariners strand a pair. The Brewers will try and add on in the bottom half of inning number 8. They've got a 6-4 lead on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
What if a customer slips and falls?
Boomer is the dog. Said he looked good. I just followed his picture all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
Ball right field. There's Brady Montgomery with the catch. How about this throw to third? Yeah, buddy! Braden Montgomery, no chance for Tyrone Taylor trying to tag and advance.
I'm sure they have a scouting report, and that scouting report probably says that Braden Montgomery has one of the best right field arms in baseball.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
For the Seattle Mariners, got out of that 7th inning, getting a ground ball from Christian Yelich. So Joey Ortiz leads it off in the 8th inning with 6-4 Brewers lead. Could use some Network Health Insurance runs. Different kind of health insurance plan. Network Health puts its members first. See the difference at networkhealth.com. Pitch to Joey Ortiz from Diaz. is a breaking ball low. Cal Raleigh stays in the game and does the catching. And Leo Rivas, who gave up the 9-run 8th inning a couple of days ago, is now the shortstop for Seattle. The 1-0 pitch is a curveball that catches the inside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Diaz, not a hard thrower, not by any stretch. More off-speed stuff. 1-1. Fastball at the bottom of the zone. Registered at 87 miles an hour. Throwback guy. Trevor McGill loosening in the Brewers bullpen. 1-2 to Ortiz is a ball off the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I know there's been a lot of different ways to dissect Ortiz's numbers here over the last couple of months.
2-2 pitch. Inside, 3-2.
I ran my own query.
Yeah?
Today, I wanted to just see post All-Star break where he's at. Second best OPS in baseball. Minimum 60 at-bats. 60 felt a little low, but he only has 61 at-bats coming into today since the All-Star break. Second best in baseball.
3-2 pitch. Liner foul over the Mariner dugout. Who's ahead of him?
Andre Chaparro from the Washington Nationals.
He was not on their roster when the Brewers played the Nationals in the month of April.
323 average, 7 home runs.
3-2. That's a called third strike. Ortiz is rung up. 1 away in this 8th inning. He's been awfully productive, and that's the reason why he's in the 6th spot today. He's been in that 8-9 spot for much of the season. Joey Ortiz in a run-scoring position in the 6th spot, and he did just that. He drove in a run back in the 1st inning. A 6-run first, nothing since for the Brewers as Garrett Mitchell takes outside, ball 1. Mitchell's got 2 doubles today, 2 for 3 overall. He's driven in a pair. Mitchell takes a strike. At one point, the Brewers had 6 straight base runners. Walk, double, single, double, double. Sent 10 to the plate in that 6-run first inning against George Kirby. Mitchell takes up and in with a fastball from Diaz. 2 balls and a strike. Six hits in the series for Garrett Mitchell. 2-1 pitch. Fly ball center field. Back goes Rodriguez at the warning track. At the wall. It's gone. Garrett Mitchell goes deep, number 9, and there's your insurance run. (7-4) Brewers on Garrett Mitchell's first home run since the 3rd of July. Straightaway center field against a lefty. A mere 420 feet away. So 7-4 the score. And the pitch to Hamilton. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes a ball. 1-0. That and every Brewers home run brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Get back to taking big swings on the course, court, or field. Visit to Ortho ASAP. Get expert care today at orthowisconsin.com. Hamilton on a 1-1 pitch. Lines a base hit to left. Stayed in on that fastball beautifully and lines it through the left side for a knock. So now you got speed on. Lara coming up. Don't forget, camping cookouts, family get-togethers, they're all in full swing this time of year. Enjoy the rest of your summertime in Wisconsin and enjoy them with the season's favorite food, the Usinger's Bratwurst. Whether your gang prefers brats or hot dogs, Usinger's is the name to look for. We got summer sausage, too. Just ask Johnny Logan. The late, great Johnny Logan. Got the best right here as Lara fouls it away. 1 strike on Luis Lara.
Update to our tally, by the way.
Yeah, it's 41 runs of the 45
you've called in this series.
Yeah. I've got 41 of the 45 runs. just going to let you work the entire game tomorrow. Pitches a strike.
It's a good one for me. Sale versus missed. Chances are there aren't going to be a lot of runs to report in that one either.
Nah, I'm good. I'll work tomorrow. I'll take Saturday off.
When it's 0-0 going to the 10th, I'll let you come in and perfect.
Can't wait.
Get the scoring started.
0-2 on Luis Lara. Popped him up right side. Foul territory. Naylor on the warning track at foul ground makes the catch. For out number 2. Back to the top of the order and Bryce Terang. Leinenkugel Summer Shandy. Refreshing Weiss Beer, natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugel's flavor the moments. Caught up in my score sheet there. Bryce Terang 1 for 4. Big run on the homer by Garrett Mitchell in this inning. Terang takes a breaking ball for a strike. And it's 0-1. 1 hit in the series for Terang. Officially 1 out of 10. He's been on base a few times with walks. The 0-1 fisted foul and out of play. Take 10 seconds. Station ID on the Brewers Radio Network. Nothing in 2 on Bryce Terang. The pitch is jammed foul again. With Lane Grindle, Ken Sommerfeld, I'm Jeff Levering. Thanks for making us a part of your day. Brewers with a 7-4 lead. And trying to win the series against Seattle. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to second base. Couple of hops for Cole Young. Fields and throws. Getting over. Garrett Mitchell with a solo home run makes it 7-4. On to the 9th. Trevor McGill will try and close it out when we come back on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
What's on Tap brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Rooting for the Brew Crew because we're from Milwaukee too. Tastes like Miller time.
And what do we got? Oh, it's one of those parabolic mics. This is one of the sillier delays that I've seen. Gino Hackett with his heels a little high. It's airmailed into right field. Heat at third, backpedaling, and he can't make the catch. That was awkward.
All right, a little trickeration over the field for it. Worth a shot. Why not?
Oh, that's funny. Wait till they mass market him, like the Grimace. Yeah.
Brewers get 3. They take out Edwin Diaz. RBI hits from Churio, Mitchell, and Bowers. 5-4 Brewers.
Get him again. Golly. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. The glove. No, he didn't.
Oh, my God. Off the best outing of his big league career with his 10th strikeout of the day. 8 innings of 1 hit ball for Cade Cavalli.
And raise the Jolly Roger, truly a masterpiece by Braxton Ashcraft. You couldn't have scripted this one any better.
10 strikeouts. What do you end up with? 85 pitches? It was just beautiful.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.
They're coming up. They're not. It's the Mariners that are coming up. Top half of the 9th inning. They'll get Trevor McGill. And it's a Rosarena, Canzone, and Rodriguez scheduled. 2, 3, and 4 in the order for Seattle. McGill last pitched on Thursday last week against the Dodgers. Picked up his 22nd save of the season with a perfect 9th inning. Brewers ended up taking 3 of 4 in that series. Ashby picked up a save in one of those games and then didn't need a save opportunity in the finale, a 6-2 victory. So Trevor McGill working for the first time in almost a week. 50th game for him. 22 saves and 24 opportunities for McGill. He's retired 27 of the last 28 batters he has faced. The only base runner and intentional walk in San Diego. He's been on a great stretch. Hoping to continue that trend as he flips the first baseball off to the side. The bat boy picks it up and a new pill sent out by Gary Sanchez. Randy Arozarena, the first man to face him. 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts. The pitch is high and inside. Fastball at 98 from Trevor McGill. Right-handed hitting Randy Arozarena, the 1-0. Swing and a foul held for 2 by Sanchez. Lane's okay. He's trying to push the cough button. Faulty, you all right?
Yeah, it failed me.
You need a drink of water?
No, I got one here.
Okay. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled back and out of play.
I thought you saw a bird and you got scared. That's what my reaction would be like, so that's a good call.
Take your breath away. Nope. Paco down in Cincinnati making an appearance. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Randy Arozarena. McGill into the high set. His pitch. High pop-up foul, third base side. 100 miles an hour from Trevor McGill. 4-seamer and the big knuckle curve. 2-pitch pitcher for McGill. 1-2. Here comes. Swing and a foul. There was the big curveball. Randy Arozarena took the legs entirely out of the swing and just threw his hands at that baseball. Somehow got enough of it. One ball and 2 strikes on Randy Arozarena. Set again, McGill, the pitch. Missed low. Devastating curveball. I don't know how Arozarena laid off other than the fact that he was guessing and guessed right. And McGill didn't like that baseball, so he fires it off the side of the mound and near his dugout. I wonder if he goes out there and practices that because he has perfected that move. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back. Arozarena got a fastball and a good wood on it, but fouled it into the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I mean, he throws it at the perfect angle off the side of the mound so it rolls perfectly to the bat boy or towards the Brewers dugout. Pretty impressive. 2-2, nobody out in the 9th. Here it is. Line to center field. Back goes Mitchell. Has a play in front of the warning track. And puts away Arozarena for round number 1. Number 3 hitter, Dominic Canzone. He drove in a run in the 4th inning, the last run that scored for Seattle. 1 for 4 on the day, 4 out of 12 in the series. Buckle up for tomorrow, folks. Jacob Mizorowski against Chris Sale. Game 1, Brewers and Braves. 3:10 start time. We'll hit the air at 2:35 with the On Deck Show built by Menards. Pitch to Canzone. A swing and a miss and a high fastball. Brewers trying to win the series against the Mariners. 2 outs away from doing it. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. There's the curveball. 0-2. The Brewers are 9-3 in their last 12 games against Seattle. Trying to go 10-3. And also pick up win number 79 on the season. McGill with 2 strikes, fires that baseball off the side of the mound and gets a new one. Buys some time to refresh, regroup, and now the 0-2 pitch to Canzone. Hit foul, threw him another curveball, rolls up the right side. Canzone with 19 home runs on the season. 2 strikes to nothing. McGill again kicks and throws. Struck him out swinging. Threw him the curveball. That's 2 away. Fourth OASAP strikeout for Trevor McGill. I'd say the bullpen has done yeoman's work. They allowed a grand total of 3 hits in the ball game yesterday. They've allowed 2 hits today to the Mariners. Fans on their feet. Pitch to Julio Rodriguez. A line drive to center. Back goes Mitchell. He will reach up and make the catch and end the ball game. Trevor McGill closes it down 7-4, the final score. The Brewers take 2 of 3 from the Mariners in the series. Garrett Mitchell gave the Brewers the insurance with a home run back in the 8th inning. Also had a 2-run double in the first, and fitting that he would make the catch out in center to seal the deal in the Brewers win. We'll be back and wrap it all up right here on the Brewers Radio Network.
I'm Ed Robinson with Cannon and Dunphy. Do you really need a lawyer? Insurance companies will try to get you to settle right away and shortchange you. A good lawyer will make sure you receive what you deserve. If you've been injured,